Perhaps if we were on a boat, would you help jack off a goat? I would not help jack off a goat. Not here, not there, not on a boat. This jack of yours.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
Jackie Mason, fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant, I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby.
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.
You are here, folks. Welcome. Welcome to Wednesday. And welcome to The Vibe. How's everybody doing today? I am BF Bobby Fran, as some people call me. How you doing, folks? Are you ready to do it? We're about to have it. We're about to do it and get into it. It is the middle of the day. It is the middle of the week. So let's get into it and have some fun today. I want to catch up with my boys from last night because I understand that some of those piquant matches went down last night between Scott Fitzpatrick and Bybee, our friend Bybee checking in. And there was also one with Jen, I understand, and Bobby Nick and all. Well, we'll talk about that with some of our friends that are here. We got a couple of the bros backstage. We got great people forming in the chat. So let's do it and get into it. And I see Andrew the Giant now has figured out and put my show over on his channel, Andrew the Giant 96. So welcome any new friends that are joining us for The Vibe. Are you ready to hang out today? This is 3 hours of positive vibes. This is The Vibe. We're going to do all the stuff we like to do here on The Vibe. We're going to do the not so serious news. I'm going to have to start it off with a little bit of a serious thing, a celebrity death report of sorts. We will do the National Day calendar check. We'll try to fall down in Scott's hole. I got some interesting clips of some sports guys doing some fun stuff. I got Rock You Like a Horoscope because it's Wednesday. We got to read these soulful horoscope readings and see what's going on, everybody. So what's good? Let's do this. Let's hang out for 3 hours, folks. It's the middle of the day. It's the middle of the week. What are you doing? You having lunch? You having a ham sandwich? Are you hanging out in the vibe? Let us know in the chat, in the opening chat family check-in once we get into it. But first, I'm going to bring in the boys before we do that. Now, he is the prop master. He's the guy you know. These guys weren't really around yesterday, but he's around today, and he's going to tell us all about this matches that went down last night and how it all kind of turned out and how that all played out. Let's talk to him now. Let's bring him in. He is the Scott prop master Fitzpatrick. Come on. Oh, shit. Now, wait a minute.
Got my fucking belt back, bitch.
I never seen a guy so excited, never care about wrestling, so excited about getting a belt back, buddy. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I had to miss the show on you yesterday because I overslept on you. And then I thought I was going to miss today's show because I had a doctor's appointment, but I've already made the doctor's appointment and got my medicine, got my blood took and all that stuff.
Wow, man. Well, I'm so happy that you kind of did that first and made an opportunity to be here, buddy. That's great. So that match went down last night. Pecan premiered it on Pecan 420.
Yep.
How did that go?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you won.
We all watched it over there on Bobby Nick's at Bobby Nick 1978 on his late show.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want me to reveal or not the match between Bobby Nick and Jen, the winner.
Yeah, maybe we'll just talk about yours for now. We'll see if Bobby Nick shows up, and maybe we'll have an opportunity even to go over and check out that match. Maybe we'll review it and all and see how it all played out. But this is the end-all, be-all match between you and Bybee, right?
Yeah, and I'm this was a very important match to me because if not, then I was to join up with him on a tag team. And see, I don't really want to do that because for 50 years I've been carrying that man.
You say that, yeah.
And even when he started podcasting, if you notice, he didn't really have to work for it. He just kind of fell in my footsteps and
followed in your shadow.
Yeah, so he's just going to have me do all the work on the tag team, and I just don't want. I just don't need that.
All right, you're going to retire from your early wrestling career. Well, I just think this is so much fun. The fun that we have in this community and the great people like Pete Cunt and yourself and all that. You didn't give probably any F's about wrestling. You kind of knew about it, but man, you got passionate as hell about it once you ended up in these kind of Pete Cunt matches, buddy.
Hell yeah, it's nice to win.
Well, there you go. So he's going to win and walk off into the sunset with his belt, and that's how that's going to be. All right. Well, is there any controversy from Bybee's part about it being a fix-in or anything like that since you said it?
I thought there's a bad sign because each time that he has won, he's been suspiciously missing that day through the shows and everything, and he was missing again. But but it turned out it was okay. I don't know. I've not talked to him. He's just ignoring me.
All right. Well, that's a little bitter kind of opponent there. Well, let's see what everybody thinks about that, or if they even know about it when we get to the opening chat family check-in. But let's see. I think he's got a moderate amount of clothes on, at least enough to come on camera. So let's bring him in. I'm sure everybody from Andrew the Giant 96 is going, where the hell is my Andrew? Well, wait no more. He is here. He's Andrew the Giant. Come on, Andrew.
I've lost like 10 subscribers again.
I got to get that Debbie Downer fucking thing ready, Scott. I got to get that Debbie Downer thing. And don't matter how much energy you try to put in the show or open and ramp it up, Andrew comes in and just comes in. How about your medicine thing, Andrew? Tell everybody that.
I got Philly.
Yeah, give me some good news. Fuck giving out good news, Scott. He's going to come in telling you, man, my shit is falling down, man. My shit is bad. How's everybody doing today? My shit is terrible over here, Andrew says. I know Scott eats that up. He loves that stuff, man. It don't matter what you're trying to set up or nothing, man. Andrew going to Andrew. How you doing, Andrew, buddy?
He's got 40,000 subscribers, and he notices if 10's missing.
And he's worried about 10. I saw him talking about this last night on one of the lives. I did see a little bit when I was prepping the show. I did see a little bit of the first live with it was Jen, and like I said, Andrew, you don't have to reveal it. We'll wait for Bobby Nick to show up if he's going to talk about that. But we're going to talk about the Scott and his match with Bobby. But I did see that there was a cage match between Bobby Nick and Jen last night. I did see a little bit of that, buddy.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
So there you go. This is that fun community. So Andrew, other than losing 10 subscribers at a time, how you doing down there in Florida, man? All right. Well, why don't you tell your people, hello, everybody from Andrew the Giant 96. Please help our boy Andrew out because like our friend Scott Fitzpatrick said, even though he has upwards of 40,000 subscribers on Andrew the Giant 96, my boy is sweating losing 10 at a time, Scott Fitzpatrick. So please, everyone keep going over to Andrew's pages and keep making sure that like button is up. Right, Andrew?
Yeah.
Once you get them high numbers, Andrew, those numbers like that might be a fluctuation that always happens. You know, the more you get, there's going to be a fluctuation of
this boy. I'm telling you, 40,000. He's counting in the 10 spots. He's counting in the 10 spots. He's up in the 1,000 spots. But there you go. So this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to hang out with these great people in the chat. We got Andrew. We got Scott. Maybe Bobby Nick. I did see last night where I was looking in and I was 2 joints or somebody told Bobby Nick, you better make sure you set your alarm for BF Live The Vibe in the morning. And I saw Bob said he was going to do that. He was kind of in the act of doing that. So maybe he's in the process of waking up and joining us at some point. So let's do that. Let's get into it then. All right, guys. Well, I see the chat's building up in the chat, so we know what that means. It is time that I put the glasses on. I go over to my media assets and I run the element for the opening chat family check-in for Wednesday. It's the middle of the day. It's the middle of the week. This is BF Live, the Vibe Stream Show 327. Positive vibes and fun. Oh, I also want to remind you that it's Whack-A-Goal Wednesday, folks. It's my one day where there's no shame in my game, and I shamelessly ask to please help me whack the simple goal that I have of trying to make a little bit right here on the Vibe. But let's do it, folks. I'm over my elements now. Let me find my element for the opening chat family check-in. What are you doing? You having a ham sandwich? Are you at lunch? Are you at home? Let me know in the chat as we begin the opening chat family check-in, folks. Let's go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's what we do here on the Vibe for 3 hours every day, Monday through Friday, 3 hours. I want to thank people online like Stephen Yorgi. I want to thank my bro Bob Levy for retweeting out the show, and Space Chief 75. Thanks everybody for helping me and letting everybody know that we're creating positive vibes over here. So let's do it, folks. I'm going to go to the top of the chat and we're going to see what you're all up to. Andrew, you ready to whip that horse, buddy? We're going to put him in post. It's post time, guys. So put them up. Come on. Put your chats in so Andrew will whip the horse and I will read them. This is the opening chat family check-in. And we're having it. Scotty like doing it. Here we go, folks. The show and the opening chat family check-in begins. I will remind you that always at the top of my chats is my PayPal preset options. Thank you in advance. Pecan checks in and says, Goonie goo goo, you begonias. He uses the pecan emoji. He says, unga bunga, and what do you gano? Mr. BF Chang, what do you gano? My friend Pecan. What are you gonna Pecan checking in on the vibe? Thank you, my friend. Let's go to our second chat. And I have a feeling I know which kind it is because it's always a $2 super chat from Pecan. He says, oh shit, we're doing it and we're having it. That's right. Come on. Let's get into it.
We're doing it.
We are doing it. All right, I believe it's not Bob and Perry tonight, I believe it is. Pecan checks in, having fun with the membership emojis. Thank you for your great support of me, your enthusiastic support, and thank you for using the membership emojis, Pecan. Hey, you fat pig, I say good day, sir, to you in return. My friend the Fat Pig checks in on the vibe. How you doing today? Good day, sir. Peanut to cow from the Fat Pig. Perry emojis are being utilized by my friend Just a Guess, who said he's number 8, but I say you're number 1. Just a Guess checking in on Wednesday for positive vibes right here on the opening chat family check-in. Hoya, Reverend Wild Bill, I hope the missus is doing better. Prayers and wishes of strength. Did we already lose Andrew Scott? What the?
Holy cow.
We already, bro. He didn't even make the opening chat family check-in yesterday, bro. He didn't even make it. Like I was talking to him backstage and we did a sound check and I say, welcome to the vibe. And today I got, this is what
He needs his medication adjusted or something.
Oh my God, let me see here. What the hell is going on?
Holy cow.
Here we go, man. It's one of the, let's see. Where is, I got so many of him here. Here we go. Let's try this one. I got him.
Yeah, that worked. Damn, Andrew.
Reverend Wild Bill, he supports me as a member here. Thank you very much, Reverend Wild Bill. And like I said, prayers of strength and a speedy recovery for your missus, the Reverend Wild Bill. Thank you for your support, my friend. Oh, shit. He knows that means that we're about to have it and do it for 3 hours right here on The Vibe. I got some not so serious news. We're going to have some stories that we'll talk about at length, some fun videos, sound clips, songs, and all of the above. Blame Canada, says the Reverend Wild Bill. Why not? I'm not even sure what the problem is, but let's blame Canada anyway. The Fat Pig to cow from our friend Pecan. The Reverend Wild Bill says, by the way, the boss, which is the missus, is doing better, but still not fully recovered. Keep the prayers coming, please, because they are working. Positivity. Chat family, we've done it for FJM and we've done it for Bart. We've done it for many. There's the Nightbot running the Shawnee Zone. Not High Register Shawnee from the Stern Show. He has his own show back. He's doing up his channel. That was announced. We say, where is his It's Shawnee thing right here? I'll play.
It's Shawnee.
It's Shawnee, the one and only Shawnee from the Shawnee Zone. Go ahead and member up over there on the Shawnee Zone. He's trying to build up his new YouTube presence right here. Let's continue. Just a Guess gets the shout out love from Pecan right here on the Vibe. Hoya. Pecan gets the Hoya and the Pecan emojis being utilized here on the Vibe. Reverend gets the Hoya from the Pecan. Just a Guess says, what do you gonna know from the Reverend Wild Bill? Tits McGee checks in and says, Hoya. Dealing with a lot of incompetent people today. You are all so refreshing. We're fresh, exciting. You're so exciting to me. Thank you for your kind words. When you come in, be sure to hit the like button, please. Smash the share and ring that subscribe bell. Tits McGee gets the Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. The Nightbot is running my membership links and links for all of our friends. Jack off the horse, the Dark Dr. Seuss, LOL. That was part of the opening liftoff reel. Crippin' and Dippin' checks in from Anthony the Giant 96 channel. Well, Crippin', I would tell you to say hello to Andrew, but it's a little. We have cookies on the dark side of the Reverend Wild Bill. RIPTG. That's Tom Gully. Good morning. Space Chief 75 says good morning. And we say good morning to you, Space Chief 75.
Big D's waking him up for you.
I see that. Somebody putting the phone upside the head or something. I thought he was putting a cold. I thought he was putting a cold compress on his head or something like that. He didn't even make it to the chat family check-in today. Spawn checks in and says, popping in to say hello, BF, and everyone in the chat in the lounge. Well, you're getting ahead of yourself, aren't you? But Spawn is already excited because he knows that Bobby Nick will be doing the lounge after BF Live later on this afternoon. Let's see. We got lots of stuff going on in the afternoon. Space Chief 75 took out from the Reverend Wild Bill. There is Scott Fitzpatrick box, Scott. You weren't here yesterday, but now you will notice that I have a giant box for you, for Bobby Nick, and for Andrew. And it contains all of your links right there. The Prop Master. It contains the Angry Iguana.
Right
and it all of that right there. All in one link right there. Hoya Reverend Wild Bill from Space Chief 75. Scott, you're getting a shout out love from Space Chief.
Scott!
As well as the Reverend Wild Bill.
Wild Bill.
And Pecan shouts you out. They're all your boys. Diane
Burkham. And Commissioner Pecan and Just Man.
Just man, you were like on the edge of talking shit about him when you lost. You were like, you were trying to be respectful, but like, if I keep losing matches, I don't know how long you're going to hold it together. Diane Burkhan checks in from Andrew the Giant 96 and says, hey, Andrew, glad you're having fun these days. Oh, these guys look fun. Well, thank you, Diane. God, you think we're fun on screen? You ought to meet us in person. How you doing, Diane? Welcome to the Vibe on a Wednesday. Spawn Hoya from Pecan. LMAO from the Wild Bill. Pecan Hoya brother from Spawn. Spawn gets the Hoya from Wild Bill. Space Chief 75 gets acknowledged from our friend Pecan. Spawn acknowledges the Reverend Wild Bill. Space Chief acknowledges Pecan. Pecan, there, it's his link right there for these matches. If you hear us talking about, what do you mean Scott is wrestling and Bobby Nick and Jen are wrestling? You click on that link right there and you'll see all of these fun matches are being set up, WWE style from Pecan 420. Click on that link right there. Andrew Rule says Space Chief 75. I'll tell him when he wakes up. Andrew the Giant, you're getting acknowledgement from Cinnamon. Hot. Me mind on fire. Me soul on fire, cinnamon, hot. Checking in with love for Andrew the Giant. On Andrew the Giant, the vibe there, but is it? All right, we tried. All right, let's see. Scott cheated, LMAO. Congrats, Scott. Wait a minute. Got controversy in the chat? Scott cheated?
It was straight up, man. It was straight up. There was nothing to be controversial. It was a good match.
I did fast forward to the end of the match and saw how you completed it and all, because that's what I really wanted to see. Because I didn't see it live, but it was pretty good. Electric Gino checks in on a Wednesday on the Vibe. He's laughing already. FJM checks in. The calcified kid says, good afternoon, all, and to the champ. He's acknowledging you, Scott. He knows you as the champ.
FJM.
Just call him the champ. I'm surprised your name thing. Let me see. You didn't change it from.
I need to change it.
Yeah, from Jake. Since Jake don't want you calling it, just say just call it the NXT champ or Bobby's champ, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Electric Gino getting bones up love from Pecan. Good morning, everybody from Electric Gino. FJM gets acknowledged from Pecan. As we're nearing the end of the opening chat family check-in. Space Chief 75 says Bobby Nick might not be here yet, but he's still a Canadian hero. Let's see. It's funny when I got two sleeping Andrew the Giants in my backstage area. All hail the almighty algorithm. Reverend Wild Bill says FJM, the calcified kid, Hoya. It's the middle of the middle of the day, you knucklehead. It might be the middle of the gays depending on wherever you are, Terry. Now I don't ever know what you're up to, buddy. If Andrew stays awake long enough, Terry Nee, or if Bobby Nick shows up, I will play some of the content that you have kind of prepared out for them. We'll do that kind of later on. Oscar checks in and says, Bobby, Andrew, my brother, and Scott. What's up? Hey, Oscar. Hello, Oscar Electric. It's good to see you on a Wednesday, our friend Oscar Electric. FJM says, good afternoon, Andrew, sir. Spawn says, I had a chicken sandwich, lettuce, tomato, and heavy on the mayo. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Let's see. Pecan gets the shout out love from Oscar Electric. Reverend Wild Bill, most generous $5 super chat, helping me whack the goal. It is Whack a Goal Wednesday. Thank you, the Reverend Wild Bill. And let me catch up with Pecan because Pecan got in here before I could even set the goal. Thank you as always, Pecan. Thank you for your help. Terry Nee took out from our friend Pecan. Spawn gets love from Oscar Electric. Terry Nee and happy birthday to Cal from the Reverend Wild Bill. Oscar Electric, it's from Pecan to Cal. The Reverend Wild Bill gets acknowledged by Terry Nee. Oscar Electric, Hoya. Steve B checks in and says, hey, yo, how you doing, Steve B? I'm not sure I've ever seen your name on The Vibe, but welcome to The Vibe. This is 3 hours of positive vibes. We do light news and have a lot of fun and segments here. So hang out and welcome Steve B. Oscar Electric homies from Spawn. P gets the love from Terry Nee. Wavy G checks in and says, good night, BF and crew. Wavy G going to bed now. Wavy G gets home late, Scott. He's either a late double shift guy or he does third shift. But Wavy G, he always comes in and tries to pick up some good vibes as long as he can stay awake before he goes to bed. You kind of relate to that because you were kind of doing that too for a time in your life, right?
Yeah. Midnight shifts for over 20 years, man.
Right, and then you're getting off in the middle, getting off at the butt crack of dawn and where everybody else is getting their day started, right?
Yep.
So it's a good excuse for day drinking and hanging out in the vibe. Oscar shouts out Wild Bill. The Reverend Wild Bill says Steve and Hoya. Wavy G gets the Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Steve B and Wavy G get love from Pecan. Wavy gets acknowledgement from Oscar Electric. Stevie B gets the welcome from Oscar Electric. Andrew, wake the fuck up, says the Reverend Wild Bill. He's like semi comatose, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wavy G says, good night, Andrew. I'm about to join you, son. Hey, Andrew, you're helping the crew that's trying to sleep during my show. Ask Oscar's trying to shout out, Drew, wake up. Let's see, we can try another one here. Let's try another one. What I got. Let me play this one real quick. I got a ton of these from my boy Terry Nee. How about this? This is a second one. Did I play this one? Sorry. Nope. See, I took the wrong one out of stage. Wait a minute. I don't know what's the real one and what's the fake one anymore, Scott. There you go. And backstage, I want to acknowledge Crazy Roblox Gamer checking in, saying hi, checking in from Andrew the Giant 96. Well, I know Andrew would be happy to see you if he could stay awake long enough. Welcome to our show, Crazy Roblox Gamer checking in on Andrew the Giant 96. Pecan. Thank you for your $2 again for a Whack-A-Go Wednesday to Cal and fuck yeah. Thank you for helping me whack the go. It's Whack-A-Go Wednesday. Thank you, guys. We're going to keep going here. We're going to make our way to the news. Let's see. About to run back to the hospital. Peace and light. Well, peace and positive energy to you. Well, Steve B checks in and gifts a membership right away. Welcome to The Vibe. Wow, that is great of you, Steve B, on this Whack-A-Go Wednesday. Let me hook you up. Thank you for helping me whack my goal. It's my one day where I shamelessly shill for super chats and stuff like that. Thank you I appreciate that. Welcome to The Vibe, man. About to run back. We got that one. Thank you, Steve B. And Patrick Belmar caught that one. That's what I love. Welcome to the chat family, Patrick Belmar. You're a chat family, and Steve B. Thank you, man. Welcome to the chat family. Who's the dead guy? Who's the dead guy? That's you know him as Andrew. Right there. And here's all the Nightbots I was telling you about. There's T Public. There's my membership link. Matt checks in, acknowledges us. Thumbs up to me and you, Scott Fitzpatrick. Let's see.
Brother Matt.
Matt gets the shout out love from Pecan. Fuck yeah, Andrew. Do duck juice from Matt. Pecan gets the acknowledgement from Matt. Oh yeah, Matt from the Reverend Wild Bill. Matt gives that right back to the Rev. Gimme Bezos checks in and says, hola, bitches. Reverend shouts out, Gimme Bezos. Gimme Bezos gets the hola from Pecan. BF Chang emojis and Andrew and Tammy and Scott emojis are being utilized in the chat. We'll check out in the Lovebirds when we fall in Scott's hole when we do a little LOL locale tipping. That'll be coming up really soon. There's the Nightbot with the In the Lounge and all of Bobby Nick's one-stop shopping in the chat while Bill's throwing out the prayer hands and acknowledgments. Hoya from Reverend Wild Bill. I believe Andrew let one slip out as he was conking out. Think he farts in his sleep, Scott? You've been with him a lot. Does he do that?
I know he does. He's awake now.
Let's see. All right, well, let's see. I might have something about that. And with that last chat, let's keep the show moving and let's get on to more fun because that was the conclusion of the opening chat family check-in. Now, on with the show.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh yeah, you talk amongst yourselves, you talk with me. I got Andrew doing everything. Listen, I call it, Scott. Andrew. Andrew, not even a hot pocket, FJM. Not even a hot pocket so far, buddy. All right, well, it is Wednesday, folks. You know, I like to say that it's the middle of the day, it's the middle of the week. We made it this far, so let's continue with some little Wednesday inspiration here, Scott, before we start the news right here on the Vibe. Here's a little Wednesday inspiration.
Never forget, the weekend will always last longer if you start drinking on Wednesday. Never forget, the weekend will always last longer if you start drinking on Wednesday.
Hell yeah, that's what we're talking about. It is Wednesday. So drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. Do whatever you do. You know, we imbibe here on the Vibe right here. So if you got your pen or your device or your edibles, whatever you enjoy, we do that right here on the Vibe. There's Lynn checking in. We've had no idea how Andrew's been because Lynn hasn't been here to ask how's Andrew doing. Do you think Andrew is a blaster or a squeaker, Scott? Do you think Andrew is a blaster or a squeaker? And you've done a lot of blaster.
I think he's more of a.
What does that mean?
What is that? He makes up for that.
More like a shotgun blast, like a.
Yeah, like do you kind of fart like this? Lynn telling you to wake up, Andrew. Lynn showed up asking how you're doing. All right. Well, let's do this, guys. We are going to do the BF Live, the Vibe, not so serious news. This is our bubble of fun and positivity for 3 hours a day. You know where to get all the serious news out in the real world, but I'm about to slide over to my news desk, and I'm about to bring you the Vibe, not so serious news. That's right, folks. I'm over here now in the Vibe News Studios. Going to do a few stories in the not so serious news, but we will start off the news with a couple of something that's a little serious. You know, death is the great equalizer. It comes for us all. So the news starts off with a celebrity death report.
BF Live, celebrity death, marriage, and divorce report. They lived, they loved, they died.
That's right, folks. They lived, they loved, they died. This celebrity death report is about that. Scott, this is about somebody from the Food Network. You might recognize her, maybe only for the way she looked. I don't know if I'd even know her name. But if I told you that the lady with the crazy Billy Idol hair, the cook with the Billy Idol blonde hair, she passed away. Ann Burrell, the Food Network star and Worst Cooks in America host, dies at the age of 55. That's crazy, man. It's a little too close to home. I'm Bobby Cronkite, and this is the Not So Serious News. How's Andrew? Lynn asked. Will you please reassure Lynn that you're okay for the news?
Hi.
There you go. There's Lynn. There's your check. Oh, wait a minute. Terry Nee says, I heard Ski Mask die. I hear that every time after a podcast that he might have do, Scott. I think Ski Mask died on that one. I never know when to quite believe that it's true.
Yeah, I've lost track of Ski Mask.
Yeah. Although she is no longer with us, her warmth and spirit and boundless love remained eternal, Burrell's family said in a statement. Ann Burrell, the beloved chef known for her trademark spiky platinum hair, larger-than-life personality, and culinary expertise, died on the morning of Tuesday, June 17th, at her home in Brooklyn, New York. She was 55 years old. Reps for the star announced Burrell's death in a release obtained by People. So you recognize the hair, Scott? You recognize her?
You know, I can't really say I recognize her, remember or know her.
Really? Well, if you just like on cable or whatever and just clicking the channels around, she was always popping up on every cooking show, Food Network show that there is. And I always noticed her for that hair more than anything. She is survived by her husband, Stuart Claxton, whom she wed on October 16, 2021, and her son, Javier. She was beloved sister, daughter, but see, there's another picture of her in her cooking gear right there.
Right.
Dang, she's beautiful, says Lynn Monger right here. 55 years old. So she had that kind of unique look, but I saw her on a couple of cooking shows that like my family watches on. She was a recognizable. Was that Andrew?
What'd she die of?
They don't know the cause of death yet, Andrew. Do you recognize her?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, she's kind of, if you had your TV on. Yeah, and she's 55, says Lynn Monger. I know there's no reported cause of death yet, but she's there with her husband. So for those of you who may or may not recognize her, just starting off the news with a celebrity death report. Dead at the age of 55, Ann Burrell, Food Network host and star. Now let's get on with the regular news. That was a celebrity death report.
BF Live, Celebrity Death, Marriage, and Divorce Report. They lived, they loved, they died.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for this. Widow Killer, I saw this. I saw this headline yesterday, but I didn't know how, if anybody would really kind of know of him. But yes, the actor that just played the ice cream cone guy, known as, in the live action Lilo and Stitch, has died yesterday as well. So I think they said he never even made it to see the movie, if I'm not mistaken, Widow Killer. Thanks for checking in, Widow Killer. It's Andrew Zudin. Andrew is Zudin, yes. Andrew is always zooted up. Let's check in on him now. See what did.
1, 2, 3.
That one's this one.
All right.
Lynn checks in and says she doesn't look 55. She looks like she's 40 something, but she is drop dead gorgeous. Well, she definitely was, like when you saw her on the ads for the premieres for the upcoming shows. Oh.
You good?
I was trying to take him out, but I told you I got so many of them backstage. I took the wrong one. Damn, says Lynn Monger. All right, I want to bring Andrew in for this next story. I got Andrew snoring, Andrew farting, Andrew sleeping. I got Andrew doing everything. Let's see. And I got live Andrew podcasting. Andrew, I got a sports story, buddy. You ready to do a sports story? We're going to talk about the Stanley Cup has been won last night, buddy. Did you see who won the Stanley Cup?
Florida Panthers.
Scott, yes, Andrew. For the second year in a row, back-to-back, the Florida Panthers down the Oilers, the Edmonton Oilers, for back-to-back Stanley Cup titles in a Game 6. The Florida Panthers needed 30 years to win their first Stanley Cup championship. Now the word dynasty can be tossed around them as they picked up their second consecutive title in their third consecutive trip to the Stanley Cup final. They beat the Edmonton Oilers for the second year in a row and did it in 6 games, compared with the 7 last season. This time with a 5-1 victory on June 17th, just last night. Sam Reinhart, who scored the cup-clinching goal in 2024, had 4 goals as Florida got to celebrate again on home ice. Matthew Tkachuk, who rehabbed from a torn adductor muscle, suffered at the Four Nations face-off to make it back for the playoffs, got this year's cup clincher. Sergei Bobrovsky made 28 saves, allowing only a goal late in the third period, Andrew. What do you think about that, buddy? 2 years in a row.
Great.
They've won it. And Scott, it used to be odd for years ago to think that any kind of warm weather city would dominate any, like a Canadian team or anything, but the Edmonton Oilers has been beaten twice by them now.
Where are they located in Florida? I don't...
My wife was asking this last night. They're kind of north of Miami, I think they're kind of southern Florida, but they're a little bit north of Miami. But yeah, so there you go. The Stanley Cup 2 years in a row now. The Florida Panthers, a warm weather team in the United States, beating one of the traditional, the original.
Oh, where?
Would you like me to get their address? Well, how would you like to know? What would you like to know, Andrew?
What city?
Would you like to know the zip code? I mean, what else you need?
So north of Miami?
Yeah. Oh, he's trying to figure out if he's supposed to be a Panthers fan, Scott. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking, I might want to get to a game like next season.
All right, Andrew, I'm looking it up. Let's see. It does say the Miami metropolitan area. They're in Sunrise, Florida, Andrew, if that does you anything. Sunrise is a town just west of Fort Lauderdale. There you go. That's a more you know that I didn't know that I was going to be providing for you today there, Andrew. There you go. That's a more you know. But yes, there you go. So we're starting off the not so serious news with a little sports report. So the Stanley Cup is finally over. That's all done. And look, we're into June, Scott. The Stanley Cup, a cold sport, and here we're having a championship for it in the middle of summer in a hot Florida city. So there you go. That's an odd thing. Okay, let's see. In the next story, oh my God, in this next story I got right here, this is a man. A man is arrested for allegedly, Scott and Andrew. Oh, and of course, this starts out with a Florida man. A Florida man pees on food inside a Sam's Club and faces criminal charges. Yes, pees on food, Scott. A man is facing criminal charges after police said he urinated on food at a Sam's Club in Central Florida, damaging more than $10,000 worth of meat. Now, that's the headline, Scott. That's kind of the opening line. So what are you picturing? You're picturing a guy like standing in the middle of one of these warehouse clubs, like doing his thing, right?
Right.
And it says he did it on meat, correct?
Right.
Let's read a little more about this because it changes a little bit. All right. The incident took place May 30th at a Sam's Club in Lady Lake, just over 50 miles northwest of Orlando. The Lady Lake Police Department reported. Patrick Francis Mitchell, 70 years old, was charged with disorderly conduct and criminal mischief with damages of more than $1,000, court documents obtained by USA Today show.
Lady Lake, that's near me.
Oh, shit, Andrew pissing on... All right, well, I'm glad we're getting the cities down for these stories for him, Scott. Well, according to a probable cause affidavit obtained, a customer in the store saw a man identified by police as Mitchell urinating in aisle 18. We're going to need a mop in aisle 18 in the store. The customers took a photo of the man and shared it with the store employees. A police officer wrote in his report. The employees reviewed the photo and the store video surveillance. The affidavit continues, and the man watched and walked up to 2 pallets of canned goods, Scott, facing the shelf. He placed both of his hands below his belt line and appeared to urinate. It says the affidavit goes on to show that after the incident, the man was in the store for another 10 minutes. He bought his shit and he rolled out the door, Scott. So he didn't even piss and roll. He just he pissed and paid for his shit all nonchalant. The defendant made no attempt to notify employees of the incident. The affidavit continues. The mess forced the store to throw out 2 pallets. Now get this, of canned sausage, Vienna sausage, and Spam, resulting in the loss of more than $10,500. Scott.
10,000.
10,000. So I went from picturing him like he's pissing on cows over there. Now they got it down to he's pissing on Spam and Vienna sausage, buddy.
$10,000 worth.
$10,500 worth of that stuff. He was like, so yeah, apparently that's what it says. But I mean, wouldn't they just, somebody's going to just clean off the cans and put them back on the shelf, right? Or something. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, Patrick checks in. I see you got that membership, buddy. And I saw you thanking our new friend, Steve. Sounds like Perry emoji and the Albertsons meat guy. It does.
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't say it, but Patrick kind of has a point right there. Let's see who's checking in while I did that story. Like Stormy checked in. Stormy. She says, Andrew's middle name is Needy. Would you stop faking already and walk? God damn, Stormy. Stormy coming hard with that. There you go. How you doing, Stormy? Checking in on the bot. Let's see. The Widow Killer checks in and says, BF, you might know this, but the last and only American team to win the CFL is my Baltimore Stallions. I was a fan. I had season tickets. Happened more recently, 95, than last Canadian team winning the stock. Whoa, Scott, that's cool. That's another cool fact. That's interesting. Yeah, I do know that. We had when our Colts left town, we had a Canadian football team for a while, and they actually won the Grey Cup, and I was a fan of theirs, so that's a thing. I know that one. Let's see who else was checking in here on the Vibe. We got that one. Who else? No problem, Patrick Belmar. Thank you, Steve, for the gifted sub. I love the vibes already. Here we go. People who were saying she looked happy and healthy in the last picture she posted on social media, talking about Ann Burrell, going back to that story. All right, well, thank you. P. Cunt gets a shout-out love from Stormy. There's the links for Scott Fitzpatrick again. And Terry Nee hooks me up and says, BF, sent a late video of Bobby Nick and Jerry Shepadini. Well, thank you, first of all, for helping me whack the goal, Terry. Yeah, guys, I guess you emailed them. Thank you, my buddy Terry. I appreciate that, buddy. I'll try to remember to look for that. I'm kidding, Andrew. Love ya. Says Stormy. No, you're right about the needy part. I don't know about the getting up and walking part, but you're definitely right about the needy part. So there you go, Scott. But I definitely the story did change a little bit because I pictured a guy in the meat section just whipped out his junk and just started pissing on like roast beef and steaks and all kind of stuff like that. And it turns out that it's pallets of Vienna sausage and Spam. It's like not quite the same. Not quite the same.
But we have something against those products. Must have something really against them.
Oh, he had something against the pallets. Okay. Scott! FJM checks in. Let's say I see Big Sister's checking in and says, I'm kidding. Good day, everyone, says my big sister, Kathy. I hope you're getting better every day and your back's getting better like Scott. That's why Scott, he's being a bro, and I know this means that Scott's having his back issues today, but he's hanging out with us on the vibe because he's being a bro. I appreciate that, even though your back's not feeling great. Oh, yeah, he's needy AF. That means he's needy as fuck. FJM would like to know, how's the back doing, Kathy? So give your back report in the chat and let everybody know how you're doing. Let us all know how you're doing here, Big Sister. All right, I got another story here on the vibe. This story involves a famous person, Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw. Andrew, so this is kind of a sports/news story, and it's a little bit of both because the NFL legend was furious after a ridiculous encounter with TSA at an airport. So this is Terry Bradshaw going through a TSA security checkpoint at an airport, but it didn't exactly go smoothly, and we'll listen about it right now. Terry Bradshaw was a winner on the field, securing 4 Super Bowl titles as a quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 1970s. These days, he's best known as a commentator for Fox NFL Sunday. It's an impressive resume, but even the rich and famous aren't immune to the unpleasant encounters with TSA. Based on a video Bradshaw shared on his official Facebook page, it appears the 76-year-old had the recent misfortune of being selected for additional screening at a TSA checkpoint. So this is my understanding, Scott, is that TSA, I don't know if they draw your name out of a hat or somebody comes up and points to you or taps somebody on the shoulder, but they are allowed to randomly just pull certain random people out of line and do thorough checks on them. So apparently this happened to Mr. Bradshaw. It says that in the video, Bradshaw is seen standing in his socks, looking frustrated as he is told to grab his shoes and follow a TSA officer standing off camera. Next, Bradshaw points and says, my luggage is over here, before following the TSA official out of sight. I'll show you. I got the actual video encounter. Let's go. The encounter happened at Springfield Branson National Airport in Missouri. Along with his post, Bradshaw included the words, "I'm not against being safe, but this is ridiculous. TSA approved, had the body pat down, all the luggage checked and unpacked item by item. Now I'm going into a private room," and it goes on to say, for another pat down and more checking, Scott. So they weren't even done when they were there. They took him to a room. Right. It's currently unknown whether Bradshaw was selected at random or if something triggered the additional security check. Still, it serves as a good reminder to always arrive at the airport early, just in case, like something like this happens to you. I'll actually show you the video of him. This is the encounter, Scott. He's like standing here in his socks, disgruntled and all that stuff. 76-year-old grumpy dude. Let me show you. Load up here. But this is Terry Bradshaw's encounter at the airport. Got thoroughly checked. Got his oil checked by TSA. Here's a little video of it.
Okay, I'm all for safe. My luggage is over here. TSA scam ever seen. First of all, they just cut it down everything. It's a little rundown. They have patted every inch of his body.
There were no scripts,
and
so
now,
I had to.
Well, I don't even think he picks up his shoes, Scott. You'll see the cop picks up his shoes and like, come on.
And we're TSA approved. You don't even get this much.
And he's holding his hands behind him like he's getting arrested or something.
They gotta go through my luggage now. I'm the Unabomber.
He's the Unabomber, he said, Scott.
They can. Terry Bradshaw.
First, the flag is probably a Browns fan or something.
Yeah, good point, Scott. That's right. You know what? You know what? I wouldn't put it past that. So that's what it's going to come down to next. Because this is a grumpy old celebrity man, and now he's going to be like, he's going to Karen it. Like, I want to know, since I'm a celebrity, who the hell approved this stuff? I like, who's coming in? Is that a dog that you're scratching right there?
Yeah, he's.
That's fun. It looks so funny. It looks like the dog is like coming in on you, or somebody's holding the dog up against your head or something. That's
I'm
pretty
laying on the
funny,
ground.
I see that, man. That's cool. All right, let's see. FJM checked in on there. We got that one. There's the Shawnee Zone, needy as fuck. The gay goatee checks in and says, Scott, sorry I was so rough on your back. Damn, Scott. Were you hanging out with the gay goatee last night?
Hello, Frisco.
Steve B checks in. He's dropping memberships. He's dropping all kind of love, and he drops a $5 super chat. Steve B asks, do you think Chad will lose viewers or memberships because of what he did? Also, will other YouTubers start covering him less as sort of a boycott? Well, Steve B, I'll let you know our little experience as far as with Chad goes. The lady, we did a show called. All right, you got me, Scott?
Yeah, I think you went out for a minute.
Okay, I saw a little blink, but I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
All right, buddy. But what I was trying to tell Steve B is that, Scott, you remember that me and Stormy originally started just covering this whole kind of what they now call the Dabbleverse. I don't even think it really had a full name when we started covering it and all. But I decided I wanted to take the show in this direction. But, we talked about Chad and all that stuff beforehand, right?
Right, yeah.
All his antics.
I'm a Chuck. I watch.
You're almost like an American Canadian, because you refuse to almost hate anybody. You pretty much like anybody until they give you a reason not to like them, which is a good way to operate, Scott. But as far as Chad, I think people that have seen Chad for a while know that Chad's always going to Chad, right, Scott?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's referring to here, though. Chad will lose viewers. Did he do something recently? I didn't know he did something.
Maybe Steve B can enlighten us of his recent antics. Like I almost pass by it when I see it in my feed now, Scott, because I see that he loses channels, he loses monetization. Yeah. He's all in that kind of thing, and I think he's arguing with the Potato. He's arguing with Steel Toe, that rocket scientist.
Melton with the super tips. He's in partnership with Melton now. I guess that's probably the drama. Oh, I think we lost him again, Andrew. Yep, he's gone. Now it's just me and you, brother. What are you eating, man?
Sorry, Scott. Got an error message. Said you just been dropped out of the studio. That was a StreamYard thing. I got an error message from StreamYard. Chad and the illegal firearms. Whoa, PayPal transaction was enough for me not to give a fuck about Chad. What do you know about that, Scott?
I mean, if I ever got the story right, I'm pretty sure I got this right. Stormy, and I hope I ain't letting too much cat out of the bag, but Stormy kind of designed his first Mud Shark and did little graphics and stuff for him.
I do remember that.
And then when it come payment time, if I remember right, the payment came with because you can send it with a note. And the note said for very illegal firearms, and why do that? I never could understand why he would do that. It's almost like he wanted to get the money hung up or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know what, Scott? You're probably making a good point about that. That it's probably a way to act like you're paying somebody, but you hope that it gets like tagged or kind of gets removed for a illegitimate use of their service or something like that, right?
It's almost like he wanted to make Stormy think he paid her, but then took the money back or something like that. If got it flagged, or I don't know, something like that.
That's stupid. I
there was something up with it. Because why write that? Why put that on your note?
Yeah. Let's see. Stormy had a relationship, a professional relationship. Let's see. He was almost celebrating the death of Ski Mask. Well, Steve B, I mean, you can tell he's a POS, man. He's just celebrating just any way he can elevate himself by standing on the backs of people that might be less fortunate than him. He has no shame in that game. That's kind of his route. So, if there was anything funny or clever about anything he ever done or said, he might be interesting, but he's just not interesting to me. CB does say, Ski Mask wasn't my favorite guy, but geez, man, don't do an hour-long show talking about what a piece of crap he is and then donate and then ask to donate to me. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly, bro. And I'm not for this whole rooting for people because there have been other podcasters that have rooted against people that we've kind of lost, Scott. You know that well. I'm going to bring a bro in. He's awake. He's ready to go. I see him backstage. Let's bring him in now. He is from Canada. He is our friend. He's Bobby Nick.
Hello, deep butt cheeks to all.
I got deep butt cheeks.
What's up, Bobby Nick? So we waited to talk about. I mentioned that you did have a wrestling match with Jen, Juggalette Jen, and yourself a cage match last night. We didn't really talk about the result because I didn't want to over talk about any of your thoughts on it. And then we see Scott was terribly excited to be the new and remaining and all time, I guess, NXT champion last night.
Yeah.
So you had fun watching them on Late Night with Bobby Nick, I assume?
Oh, yeah, it was great fun.
All right, so what happened with your cage match, buddy?
Well, Hell in a Cell, that's what it was. I mean, it was pretty incredible. I think I beat the piss out of Jen quite a bit, but she managed to get one over me and actually retain her title. But the fix is in. The fix is in. You know, so
don't talk about Commissioner Pete Cunt like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be another rematch. It's going to happen next Tuesday. It's going to be a DLC.
Watching them match with Bobby Nick and him doing the commentary I'm as about the commentary now as I am the match. It goes
I told you that. I told you that last week when he covered one. I sat there laughing my balls off when he covered the one with you and David Bybee. I think it was the first one. I laughed my balls because Bobby Nick's, oh, look at this. He gets excited as Michael Cole does. He's like the Canadian Michael Cole we have on podcasting. He
was commentating that match of him and Jen. Is like he was telling Jen everything he ever wanted to say to her. Like,
oh, I heard him. Like, your fat ass. I heard him drop a fat ass on her a couple times. Oh, look at you fucking fat ass. I'm like, damn, Bobby Nick going hard in the paint on Jen. And I heard she kind of came back at you in the same way, though, right?
She did, yeah. So it's all good.
Well, we got some great new friends checking in. This is our friend, new friend Stevie B checking in. He gave us a membership, a generous $5 super chat, and he's kind of in the Chad lane, and he's kind of asking about that whole Chad and ragging ski mask and all that stuff, Bobby Nick.
Yeah,
I don't know if you kept up on any of that.
I didn't. I was hearing the ski mask died.
Bro, how many, we've been doing this for a couple of years now. How many times have we heard after a rough ski mask podcast, whether it be with Kevin Brennan or with whoever, I think he might be dead. Like, ski mask is always rumored to be dead, right?
Yeah, this isn't the first time I've heard it.
Yeah, it's not the first death rumor I've heard from out of ski mask. So let's see. He wanted me to do some social media graphics, and then he locked up my PayPal. So, Scott, you make a good point that he put for very illegal guns or something like that in order to pay and then get it rejected.
Yeah.
Then it caused a problem about it. What a piece of shit. Change stories between people. Yeah, FTG. And it's funny because Stormy, we got into this. She's very good graphically and helping us produce and make, obviously that's what she was helping Chad do. And I was like, at the time, Stormy, we all had that kind of trust him as far as you can throw him kind of thing. But she tried anyway. Yeah, FTG says FJM. Bobby Nick, you're getting shout out love from Space Chief 75.
Deep butt cheeks to you, sir.
Goatee checks in and says, I had a gauge match with Scott. Sorry, I meant against Scott. Rest your back. Sorry again, Scott. Rest your back. Damn. Bobby really gets into it, says FJM, talking about his play-by-play of the matches that you can see on Bobby Nick Late Night. Let's see. Spawn is excited already because he says, playlist is up, motherfucker.
Yeah. It is.
Spawn is already looking ahead because he knows that Wednesdays immediately following the Vibe, it's Bobby Nick in the lounge. He starts off on YouTube and Rumble, and then he becomes Rumble exclusive, after the first half hour, Bob?
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear all your hits for $1. He'll be plugging it at the end of today's show. Pete Cunt checks in. Scott, would you like to take that? All right, thank you. And while we're still on the Chad topic, I hope my friend Steve B's still in here because I have one of the clip packages. At least have a video. Oh, it's a big package. We're not going to watch all of it, but let's have a little fun. Steve B, I don't know how much you know of the history of Chad Zumock. We got so intrigued by Chad. Was he ever funny? I think is the question that Stormy and I asked. Was Chad ever funny, just silly funny, and not all of this kind of trolling shit? Well, I got some video evidence right here that'll show you. Let me see. Actually, let me show it to you this way. So I can give you the sound. Where is that? That location, properties. That is in the D Drive videos. Okay. So I will go to my D Drive videos and I'll play it for you right quick. Like to see it? Here we go. Here we go. D Drive videos. And then we do Chad. Let me show you a little Chad because we were like, he had to be funny at some point. So Stormy found some stuff and she made a video package right here. Here's a little Chad dance party. This is when Chad tried funny stuff back in the day.
Yo, that's all. And he's Oates. And y'all motherfuckers better take notes. We got that Philly soul, about as good as it gets. We're coming hard as fuck with these #1 hits. Yo, that's all. And he's Oates. We got the cash, the cars, the boats. We got some serious game all up in this bit to let you know H&O is some hardcore shit. Well, I'm fucking D-Hall, good looking and tall. I got way more money than all of y'all. I got the golden voice to get the ladies moist. I get the man-eater service in back of my Rolls Royce. Broke-ass hoes, you can get these nuts while I'm raking in the cash off my platinum cuts. The money keeps coming and it just don't quit. Like my homie Wild Oats, break 'em off some shit. I'm John Oates, motherfucker, and I'm moving cash. I had to lose the stash, it's getting too much ass. Yeah, I'm 5'4", but I get
it,
big
Chad.
stacks. I put the baby making music on the smooth-ass track. Try to fuck with my crew and you're catching the bullet. Think I give two shits? Man, look at this mullet. So now that you know who you're tussling with, I'm bringing in the muscle known as fucking G.E. Smith. The last name is Smith, the first name G.E. And if you're fucking with Hall & Oates, you're fucking with me. I go from rhythm to blues to straight dropping the funk. You got a problem with my homies, man, I'm popping the trunk. And then I'm fucking you up, I'll put you under the grass. I went from Saturday night.
Oofa! This is some gangster shit, says Matt.
G.E. stands for good enough, motherfucker, that's all. And he's Oates. And y'all motherfuckers better take notes. We got that Philly soul, about as good as it gets. We're coming hard as fuck with these #1 hits. Yo, that's
Oh my God, that's just the first part of it. Stormy found that's a 13-minute clip of like all of Chad's like antics from back in the day. We can play more. It's a threat and a promise.
I mean, that video, it just reminds me of the Lonely Island. They ripped them off, like totally, 100%.
Yeah, well, Lonely Island did it better. Yep.
Well, and it's not even funny, so I don't know.
Right. Rest in peace, Kumia's Cucks was a great ride for 291 episodes. You know, and another thing, Steve, I think I kind of saw through. We all saw through when it was Kumia country and Chad got punched in the face, Scott. Like I saw right through that. I saw right the fuck through. Me and Stormy, we all sat here and laughed at that shit.
Yeah.
I've got to where I feel like I studied him quite a bit, and I feel like I can tell when he's lying and fibbing, which is usually when he's talking.
When he's really lying and when he's doing like just the put on lies, doing the kind of the drama play for the stuff.
He's into the wrestling dramatics. That he wants to be the heel and stuff like that.
Did Bobby Nick enjoy the Oilers game with Jetty Shepardini? I got some video. Maybe he did. Let me see. Let me look at this video right here. Let me see.
No, I never went to the Oilers game with Jerry.
I don't know. Let me see. Oh, not what I see right here.
Danny got tickets.
Do you like hockey?
Yeah.
Who's your team?
Edmonton.
How big of a fan are you?
I'm a big fan.
There's a game tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Who do they play?
Florida.
Who's going to win tonight?
Edmonton.
Have you been to a game before?
Nope.
What's your names?
Eric.
I'm Zach.
Nice to meet you. Davin. We're brothers.
What do you think's inside the box?
I don't know. I'll take a Danny Cup ticket for $1.
Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky gave wrong.
Him and his son Ty
Gretzky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
$2? The box is yours.
You'll not be home tonight because the Gretzky family inviting you. Danny Cup game tonight. Are we going?
Bobby Nick and Jerry going to the game. That's what Terry says.
You're both going.
Really?
Yes.
We're going tonight.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Doug. Oh,
Jerry need to get this footage,
I got
goddammit.
one more surprise for you, too. I got $1,000 cash.
$1,000.
For you guys.
Oh, thank you.
What can you use the money for?
Rent some food. Love you, man. I would like to give you this.
What?
You can have this.
What?
No, all of it.
It's $1,000 cash.
What? Are you kidding me?
What?
I want to give you a hug.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Oh my goodness, you guys, I want to cry.
What special people don't need money, Scott?
Oh, it's just Danny Cup. Oh, yeah. The laser bomber, baby. This is the best day of my life. Oh, yeah. How are you ready? I'm going, New Jersey. Oh, we want to when we touch it, making me say.
Oh my God, I'm thinking those guys might not be so happy today because now they're probably a couple depressed guys like they lost guys. Oh shit, you know, that's fucked up. But yeah, it is good. Now I will defend this right here because I saw a comment that I want to kind of follow up here. Electric Head Gino says these are amazing gestures, but I don't know why the person has to film it. And I used to kind of think the same way, Electric Head Gino. But you know what? The reason I do appreciate them being filmed is because how often do you see every riot and asshole being pissed on, shit on, beat up and everything? Everybody puts a camera on that shit, but nobody would go out of their way to put a camera on this good shit here. So I say if we got to see all that other shit, I don't mind somebody filming some good shit, man. And otherwise, we wouldn't know about it, right? All we would be getting was the riot videos and people pissing and shitting on each other and being terrible human beings to each other. So I'll take a little bit of balance on that. Some of them, it can be a little douchey, though. All says Mandy Diff. Oilers were going to let Bobby ride the Zamboni after the second period to commemorate In the Lounge's 150th episode. Do you have, is that the actual number, Bobby Nick?
Well, I mean, that did happen like a couple episodes ago. I think I'm on 152 now.
Wow, Bobby Nick's done past 150. But, Terry Nee says Bobby Nick is so generous. And
I know. Gave $1,000 away, goddammit.
That is the awesomeness, says FJM, says very cool. Very true, said Electric Gino. Yeah, man, I used to think that too. And some people can be douchey about it. Like if they're too much about, ain't I so great about it? I understand that, you know, but yeah. Let's see. 100% BF, says FJM. Well done, Bobby Nick, says Terry Nee. Well done, Bobby Nick. I love videos like that. It means there's humanity left in this shithole planet, Mandy Diff. And that's what I'm about, because I think what every TV or social media you turn on, or even some of these YouTube shows, right? It's all about negativity and people being assholes. So that's why we're just trying to be normal and have fun and keep it on the positive side and keep it 100 here on the vibe. All right. We kind of got all sidetracked with Chad in here. Somebody said something. Spurksnake said that there's a video in there about him being a baller in Florida for like for 30 minutes. Let's see if we can get to the next one. Oh, here we go. Stormy made like a 13-minute video here.
I like it when it rubs up on my bare pecs. In tennis and golf, I do okay, but I always hit it through the wickets when I play. You got the Sports Illustrated or the Daily News. I'm thumbing through J. Crew and I'm dropping the deuce.
Sweater vest. This is the sweater vest rap, y'all. What you know about this?
I rock a goddamn sweater vest. Dress for success. Sleeves and no sleeves, and it's no contest. From 0 to hero in 10 seconds or less. Fuck yes. I rock a goddamn sweater vest.
See what other douchey quality videos are on here. Let's see. Rocks the goddamn sweater vest. This is douche chill. You want to see it done live on stage? Oh my God. Scott's jamming to it. See Scott. Oh, here is Chad the actor. But that's the whole reason that Stormy made this package is because we said with all of this kind of hate and the whole mud sharkery and all going on, like he said he was a comedian at some point, but that's all we ever saw of him was the mud shark side, and then Stormy found all of this shit. Let's look at Chad the actor.
Don't you have that one person at your office that you wish would simply disappear? Well, here's your chance to live out that dream. Because I'm going to be introducing 5 new characters, one each day, and at the end of the week, you're going to choose one to eliminate. You decide which one of these people is eliminated. In a most colorful and interesting way.
Wow. Let's say elimination week. What is that? I don't know if I can sit through this one.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Chad.
Oh.
Whoa. Don't even talk to me right now.
I wasn't going to.
Good, because I'm not in the chit-chat kind of mood, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm what the French would call le hungover.
Right.
Oh, man, I don't even know what the hell I was thinking. I was at the Thirsty Tiger last night with a couple of guys after softball.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just going to have a couple of Hogards, and then Trevor shows up, and you know what that means.
I don't know who that is.
Shots. And I'm not talking about the weak stuff.
So there you go. There's Chad the actor. I don't know how much of that we want to sit through. Well, let's see.
All right. I need some black coffee. I need coffee.
Triple Threat Chad. Produced by Stormy. All this produced by Stormy. All these graphics and all. This is the whitest dance I've ever seen. What the fuck was that?
Jesus.
Oh, yes. We can do this.
You guys buy into the hype train. So,
Bobby Nick, we all did this, didn't we, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sumac and Brennan, 2024, hype train. It's working. The likes are coming. Yeah, April, I got to cut you loose, sweetheart. It's hype train time. You're a dummy. I got to cut April loose on the hype train.
So there you go. That's our little history with Chad right here. Why I keep saying Brad? But hell, Bob, why don't we do it to end up that segment? Come on, everybody, let's jump on the hype train.
Let's do it.
Come on, let's do it. The hype train. Come on. Scott's on the hype train. Come on.
Come on, Andrew, wake the fuck up and do the hype train. God damn it.
Andrew's on the hype train. No, maybe not. Come on. Scott's the new champion. Scott's on the championship hype train. Whoop. Scott looks like he's doing two dongs. I don't know, but that's a hype train. Bobby Nick's here. He just showed up late. He's on the hype train.
Yeah. All right.
Come on, everybody. In the chat. Get on the hype train. Let me know you're on the train. Fuck yeah. Dancing again. Spawn says he's on the hype train. Let's see who's on the hype train. Newsdesk hype train. Come on. BF Live. We're on the hype train. Having fun here on the Vibe. Come on, man. We're doing it. We're having it. Not even a hot pocket. R.I.P. Andrew and Ski Mask. Mandy's on the hype train. Andrew's on the hype train. Terry Need's on the hype train. Just a Guess is on the hype train. All right, that's enough of that. All right, there you go. That train is hyped out. There you go. So that's our little fun thing. Thanks, Steve B, for showing up, man, and we'll have a little fun with that with you, for being so generous and showing up with so much great positivity and energy. I have one more report here, guys, the way I like to do. I like to end every BF Live, the Vibe Not So Serious News Report with a sexy bikini report. And today's bikini report is about comedian Conan O'Brien joining the Television Academy's Hall of Fame, I believe, for comedy. He just won the Mark Twain Award, and now Conan O'Brien stacking up the awards. Hey, bikini report, tell us about the new status of Conan O'Brien, his award.
Conan O'Brien continues to pile on the accolades. The legendary funny man recently won the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor and hosted the Oscars. And now he's headlining the class of inductees set to join the Television Academy's Hall of Fame. Joining him will be Viola Davis, Henry Winkler, composer Mark Post, director Don Mischer, and showrunner Ryan Murphy, whose wide-ranging array of shows includes both Glee and American Horror Story. The ceremony will take place at the Televerse Festival in LA on August 16th, so book those tickets now. And if you need extra motivation, though this is the 27th Television Hall of Fame class, it's the inaugural Televerse. So if you love TV and aren't afraid to see how the sausage gets made, you won't want to miss it. But let's bring things back to Conan. Of all the things he's done in his illustrious career, what would you say is your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
There you go. Thank you, Bikini Report. So, maybe it's a sign that somebody's getting old, and now Conan O'Brien came after David Letterman. Now he's being like revered as like the next kind of a next big comedian kind of thing. Or I love that thick ghetto rump. Yes, Spawn, we're still got to write them a letter. You're gonna have to write them a comment, tell them that you need to put all these girls on like a 360 like pedestal. The masturbating bear, says the Electric Gino.
That's pretty good.
NTG, not Tom Gully. How about Sweet Scorpio checking in? And Bobby Nick always sings to her when she comes in. I've noticed that, Bobby Nick.
I do. You want me to do it right now, Bob? BF?
If you're feeling it.
Okay. Sweet Scorpio. Oh.
Welcome, Bobby Nick Serenades. That's what you get. It's one thing if you work hard and succeed, but to just be an ignorant user, you don't deserve anything. Yeah, and that's what it is. Like he saw Stormy making graphics, and rather than going, hey, here's somebody that can help me out, maybe on the cheap, and I don't have, won't cost me as much as like a personal person, and I'll get some good service out of it and got, good value for the buck and be a decent human being. I had a feeling that was going to end bad there, Scott.
Yeah, I can remember even watching, I think it was an NMLC when Bob Levy was still on there, and Bob Levy was recommending Stormy to Chad.
Yep.
And then that's what set it in motion.
Yep. All right. Let's see. The Electric Head Genius says that the bear is a Conan thing, BF. Thank you. I don't get every reference. Let me see. Andrew just slept on a white and blue covered baby maker. Yeah, he did. There you go. Sweet Scorpio loves the serenade and loves my Bobby Boo. Uh-oh. Competing with Wendy for your love over here?
Well, she, Sweet Scorpio and Mandy Diff are my approved internet girlfriends.
Oh, and I understand. I see that Wendy does get a little giggly or something when Chris is around.
Yes.
Chris Thompson.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, and I was looking in last night. I did see you when you were like talking about Jen and this fat ass this, fat ass that, and I saw Wendy had a little interaction where somebody came in her room and told her she had to like clean up her surroundings or something, right?
Well, it was crazy because Wendy managed to spill baby oil on the floor.
Yeah, and I heard you speculate what she might be using baby oil for. Yeah, Bobby Nick. I did hear some of that. Look at Scott. He's like, don't put that image in my head. He says, I can't have Wendy and baby oil image in my head. He says, it's bad enough that I got this image in my head. All right, well, let's keep the fun going here. So there you go. We'll have to see if Wendy checks in today. Sweet Scorpio getting acknowledged and love from Peacunt. Diddy Party says just a guest checking in. Paul says it was awesome. She wore the same purple top for 5 days. Rock and roll. Oh, shit.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think it was just 5 days. I think it was like 2 weeks.
Oh, my God.
But we managed to get her to change her shirt. Not with difficulty, though. Holy shit. No, without difficulty.
Well, there you go. So if you want to see Wendy in a different shirt or a wrestling singlet, the only way you can see her in a wrestling singlet is if you're a member right here on the Vibe and you use those membership emojis. That's where you can find that membership emoji right there. All right, buddy. Well, let's do this. Let's have a little fun here on the Vibe. We're making our way up to 1:30, and at 1:30, I'm about ready to take a piss break. It'll be halfway through the show, and when we get back, we're not there yet, folks, but when we do on the other side of the show, I'm going to let you know already that we're going to fall down into Scott's hole. We'll do horoscopes. We can do karaoke. We can do WTF. What the fuck is this? Because I got some videos. Once again, I got a couple stacked in there that I just can't describe. I don't know what they are. So we'll have to look at them and what the fuck is this? I got whack tracks. Of course, I got juicy man meat. I got bricked up stuff. I got all kind of stuff that we can have fun and get down with right here on the Vibe. But first, this is a party. This is a vibe. It is Wednesday. It's the middle of the day. It's the middle of the week. So let's get into the mosh piss. Let's take a mosh piss. You see? I've seen a lot of shit lifted around on a mosh pit, Scott, but I've never seen this one. Body surfing, crowd surfing, Bobby Nick. Look. What? There's no fluid going around in there, but it's still pretty cool. All right, that's not a mosh pit. That's mosh piss. Take a mosh piss right here. All right, there's Pecan. Yes.
I seen one of those one time a video, one of those mosh pits of people getting passed around. There was this lady with a prosthetic leg.
Oh, no.
She got separated from her leg, and her body made its way to the stage, and then the band had to call for her leg to come up.
I would have shit myself if I would have been like in the back watching somebody crowd surf, and all of a sudden I'm like, they're ripping her apart. Oh my God, they're tearing her in pieces. Part of her's going that way. Part of her's going that way. Oh shit, the horror. Well, there you go. That's funny. That's a funny story there, Scott. I can't say I've ever seen that. I have seen the wheelchair live. I have seen people lift I've seen people lift the wheel, and that was trippy when I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna drop that dude, Scott. Like, every time you're just waiting for it to happen. Like they're gonna miss a hand, handing him over, and they're gonna drop the dude. We're gonna hand off Andrew like that. Let's see. Check on our boy Andrew right here. Because Lynn normally asks, how's our boy Andrew doing? So let's check on our boy Andrew. Come on, Andrew.
1, 2, 3, 4. Doom tech, tech, doom tech, doom tech, tech, doom tech.
Oh, shit. That didn't wake him up. All right. Well, let's see if we can wake him up before we make our way halfway through the show for the piss break. Let's see. How about this one? Oh, how about no? All right, guys. Well, let's see what's going on in the chat here. And let's say he is in a food coma. Electric Head Gino, he didn't even make it to the opening chat family check-in. Like, he talked to us, and then by the time I started the chat family check-in, he was snoring, Scott, right? Let's see.
Yeah, 5 chats in, he was out.
Jeez,
FJM yeah, bro, he didn't even make it. It's FJM says, you know what is wrong with kids? You know what's wrong with kids nowadays? One thing is when you tell them no, they say why. I feel like giving them my mother's answer, the backhand to the lip. That's why. There you go. Yep. It's not negotiation. 626 says Terry Nee. The chili cook-off is going to happen. Yeah. Actually, I do have some I think, did I write down Perry talk? We'll have to get a little Perry talks. Yeah, what's up, buddy?
I caught the end of Perry the other night, man. He had an epic meltdown at the end of it where he's hitting the electrical box. You could hear him and he shut the power down. There's a big
bro. Bro, we talked about it yesterday because I had my earbud in up till 4:00 in the morning, Scott, and I finally had to pull my earbud out to go to sleep. I'm like, I'm checking out. And that was after he like went through the box and everything. He was like undoing the cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tom finally got him back on the air at just before 4 a.m. in the morning, Scott, and I heard it went to 5. I heard it went to 5 a.m. my time. So we'll have to look over there on Perry Talk. It was epic. But I think him and Bob are teaming up tonight, and that's always good because Bob will lay into him about what is wrong with you. Like, why did you do all this? Hoya says Space Nerd checking in. And to that, at least the ones of us that are awake, we say nerd. The nerd call. Good morning. Thank you, nerd. Matt gets the shout out love from Stormy. Let's see. Howdy Space Nerd from Electric Head Gino. Everybody's giving the love to everybody. Programming note, you can also watch Andrew sleep on No Filter at 7 p.m. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That's a fan right there. She says she's up and she's ready to go now. Nerd checks in. All right, guys. Well, typically we go past the halfway point right here on the Vibe at 1:30, but it is 1:26. That is approximately halfway through a 3-hour episode of the Vibe. So why don't we do this now? Let's take the piss break a little early, right before 1:30 time. But folks, we're not done having fun. This is a brief 2.5-minute piss break. And like I said, after this, we're going to come back when we're going to do the National Day Hey Hey. We're going to go into Scott's Hole. We're going to rock you like a horoscope. Karaoke and so much more. We'll get into all that and more right after this brief 2.5-minute piss break, folks. It's an opportunity to pause for the cause. Grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab a snack, grab a friend and tell them that no one has more fun than we do right here in the midday on the Vibes. And we'll be back right after this 2.5-minute piss break.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah, yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
PB touching time had ceased. Oh, I ended the news, and I never made it back into my regular studio. So let's do a little production thing right here now. And let's get comfortable with you in my regular studio right here on The Vibe. 3 hours of positive vibes. We're back for the second half of it. Pecan says, I know you touched my PP, Terry Nee. He's a PP toucher. Nerd gets a shout out love from Terry. Plays a clip from a few weeks ago of Electra screaming at Bobby Nick. Epic meltdown in the moment. No, we don't need to cover that anymore necessarily. Let's see. This is my coffee break, says Space Nerd. Hoya Dang Lizard. Terry getting the love from Space Nerd. I'm glad the nerd is checking in today. Bob, you're doing the lounge later on, right?
That's right. Yeah,
all right.
3:30 p.m. Yep.
All right. Well, maybe I might have a little preview video of that I can help kind of promote you to right here on The Vibe. Let's see right here. He'd buy like, what the hell's going on, BS?
Me and I'm a Bobby.
Avocado.
In a Bobby world, life is plastic. It's fantastic. You can touch my
avocado.
There you go. That was made, of course, by you probably, I don't even have to tell you, the one and only, maybe, Terry Nee.
Me and I'm a Bobby.
Avocado.
In a Bobby world, life is plastic. It's fantastic. You can touch my
avocado.
Not exactly, I don't think, but thank you, Terry Nee. That's right. Terry Nee just famously latched on to one day when we did the National Day, hey, hey, that Bobby Nick, well, it was National Avocado Day. And Bobby Nick proclaimed, much like me, that he really didn't like avocados. And then it became funny to all of a sudden say that we're going to threaten to send you everything and anything, plus including we're going to send you avocados in the mail. And Bobby Nick, he always has to look out to make sure that people aren't sending him shit in the mail.
That's right.
As the guacamole flies on a cold and gray Alberta morning, the mailman just brought Bobby something avocado. And Bobby Nick cries.
Terry Nick's keeping it alive. There's the Bobby Nick emojis being utilized by Just a Guess. But you know, Bob, when Terry Nee, he chose that song to go along with that picture of you in the lounge, that acts like a little preview for In the Lounge later on today.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It reminded me, you were singing the Barbie Girl song, and I'm thinking, you know, that's not our first interaction with Bobby Nick and the Barbie Girl song. I don't know if you remember this.
I do remember.
Do you? This is like a throwback. So let's go back to a little classic little kind of thing right here. I don't remember all the context, but I do remember talking about Bobby Nick and a Barbie girl. And so I pulled the video of it from earlier episode of The Vibe.
Sing I'm a Barbie Girl by Bobby Nick. If you know the song, that will let us know what we all need to know. Uh-oh. Here's a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Wrapped in plastic. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me anywhere. I don't remember.
If he starts dancing and showing boobs, I'm gonna lose my shit. There you go.
Like Scott had that uncomfortable laugh. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you know this and you're singing it, Bobby Nick. He had that uncomfortable laugh in it. So that reminded me of that classic time, man. That was an early episode of I think that's before I was calling it The Vibe. It was just BF Live then.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what episode that's from, but I'm sure that I appreciate this colorful $2 super chat from my friend Spawn checking in saying, get Andrew a pillow and additional sedatives. Now, I don't think he needs either one. He's doing just fine over there. But thank you, Spawn.
Salt.
Yeah. Thank you for helping me whack the goal. There you go. So in case Terry Nee hadn't seen that, or just to remind him, or just show it to everybody again, it reminded me of that whole, when I heard that Barbie song, I'm like, wait a minute, we've kind of done that before. Oh, there's Scott back, because I was about ready. You know, one of the famous, I hope Steve B is still here, because one of the famous podcasters had some positive words for our boy Scott right here. Let's check it out right now.
Scott and I we've already got our plans made up. Scott, I love Scott, but Scott's one of those guys, and I get it because I'm kind of this way too. Scott knows what he's saying, but you don't always know what Scott's saying. Scott is just, he's Mickey from Rocky, man. That's Scott's fault. No, it is Scott's fault, and Scott doesn't care. When I say Scott doesn't care, Scott's real world, I'm real world. The internet does not impact Scott. Scott's like, they didn't do shit. Scott doesn't know what he's in for. Scott seems cool. Scott talks like cheese, but he's not quite as dumb. Scott's not a dumb guy. Scott, that is the perfect description of Scott.
Perfect description of Scott right there. Scott! From the genius Aaron. That is Aaron. Hoya FJM from Space Nerd checking in. Space Nerd checked in here today. Scott, I don't know if you were here and saw it, but it just takes a real quick second to show this. So Bobby Nick's going to be doing In the Lounge later on tonight, as you know. So Terry Nee sent us a little video of Bobby Nick hanging out in the lounge.
Me and I'm a Bobby.
Avocado.
In a Bobby world, life is plastic. It's fantastic. You can touch my
avocado.
No, I'm not touching your avocado. Well, now we got Scott back. I mean, there's just in time. The Nightbot must be feeling it, Scott. Are you indoors or outdoors, buddy? You outdoors?
I'm outdoors, man.
He's outdoors. He's sitting outside of the edge of the hole, folks. So there's no better time to go into it. He's right outside. He's at the edge of it. So this is the time to partake right here, because we are about to fall down into. Well, wait a minute. We are about to fall down into Scott's Hole.
God.
We are in Scott's Hole. This is where Scott brings us his favorite things that he likes to watch on the internet. Some people might know them as like locales, right? And so Scott brings them here and we watch them and we smoke a bowl down in Scott's Hole. So if you partake, folks, this is your time to get it on. Let's get it on and let's fall down into Scott's Hole. We're going to watch some Tammy today and we're going to watch some Cyrax today. What's on your mind when I talk about, how's your hole today, Scott?
The hole's doing it. It's pretty, it's deep and dark, but it's still...
a little sore around the edges. Yeah.
If you want to start with the Cyrax, with the smile one, on this one, it's a very short one. But what you want to take if you're eating, you might want to not watch this video. But you get a look at his teeth and how he cleans his teeth. Now, when he cleans his teeth, listen to the sound he makes when he cleans his teeth with his shirt. You'll see.
And this is Cyrax Smile, you called this one, right?
Yeah, it's a short one.
Uses teeth for a toothbrush. And I always like to remind people, because every time I stare at him, I'm just fascinated by his age. I thought he was 37, but Scott lets us know that he's actually 34 freaking years old.
And I just found out he's 4'11".
No special effects, 34-year-old man, Cyrax. And this is a little dental hygiene advice from Cyrax in Scott's Hole.
Look at them teeth.
I'd rather not.
God.
What the fuck? Oh, he's.
And you hear that pop at the end? It's like
I did hear a little pop.
Sound like you pulled one of his teeth out.
He just.
What up, y'all?
He just. Bro, I sit here every day busting my ass coming up with 3 hours of content and crazy and whatever kind of shit that I can show and make a show for 3 hours. This fool comes on here and picks his teeth with his shirt and he's probably killing me in views and everything else.
Yeah.
For rubbing those ganky teeth with a shirt.
Listen. Pop.
Hey, he got cotton between his teeth.
What up, y'all?
FJM cleared a hole. Scott's gaping hole while he's smoking a pole. Scott's gaping hole while he's smoking a pole. That's only what Terry Nee visits.
Hello, Frisco.
What up, y'all?
All right, let's take that one down. Let's show you the next one. Wow. Like I said, bro, I'm working my ass off out here. Captain Caveman. FJM always reminds us that he looks like Captain Caveman. He and Jake do a really great show together. Bro, do they actually do a show? Because I've always called him Hard Ass Jake.
It'd be nice to see
No,
that.
they should.
Yeah, I don't know if it lasts long, but
like he's Jake from another universe, like a parallel universe. That would be right. But I do get the Jake vibe spawn out of him. I agree with you 100%. I get like if Jake were an actual badass, he would be Cyrax. Hoya Matt, the Night Owl from Space Nerd. Should do the paper test. What whiteness? Oh, the paper test with
paper
whiteness.
test.
Yeah. All right, well, let's continue on now. Next one, he might be doing a paper test, Scott, because this one is titled Cyrax Take Notes.
Yeah, this one because he's feeling himself here now, and it's kind of he's going on a rant of the trolls ain't playing him, he's playing the trolls, and who's watching you when I'm watching you. You know what I'm talking?
Everybody's always stealing his game or all something like that, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's watch our boy Cyrax. He's saying people are taking notes, man, because he's out here rubbing his teeth with shirts. He's got record labels, and people are stealing his record labels coming up, stealing his original shit. They're all stealing his game, and he's going to tell you about it right now.
I am so calculated that I have the devil himself taking notes.
Oh, my God.
He's itching. He's got an itch. Always itching.
I have Satan.
So the devil just itched his crotch because he did.
Himself taking notes.
Satan wiped right, you wrote? Satan wiped right.
I am so calculated that I have the devil himself taking notes.
The devil? Bro, seeing his face, I might think he might have him on speed dial or something. And then he
I have
itches.
Satan himself taking notes.
The fucking itching. He's like, I know I'm a badass, but even us badasses still get itches and get bugs and shit, Scott. Yeah. All right. Well, you know, we are in the middle. For those of you who are just joining us in the middle of this segment, you are currently in Scott's Hole. And Scott's Hole is kind of where we fall down into because we watch the funny stuff that Scott likes. He likes locales. And some of us, when we're down in the hole, what we're doing down here while we're in the hole, it's time to grab your thing while I play a little song because what we're doing down in the hole, we're locale tipping. Come on, folks, it's Wednesday.
Locale tipping. Locale tipping. Locale tipping. Tammy makes Scott hard. Sacrifice in his yard. Tammy lives in a truck. Scott's down to fuck. Locale tipping. Locale tipping. Locale tipping.
Locale Tippin', written by the talented Chris Popke, who, Popke, I saw you in the middle of a segment that I was doing. He checked in, and I didn't get to it. He said he's on location today, and he can't be in the vibe every minute of every day, but he checked in anyway. Thank you. That is the person that the creator, writer, and producer and performer of all of that, these great songs right here on the vibe. Locale Tippin', Mandy Diff loves it. Tammy and Scott emojis are being utilized by Just a Guess because you support me as a member here on the vibe. All right, let's tip one more cow, Scott. We're going to go over to Tammy now. Your girl Tammy, the very girl Tammy.
Yeah, on the I think it was called Crayola's.
Yes,
it's just her being goofy and telling. She'll drive if they don't listen to her, she'll drive you crazy. Trying just showing what a crazy she is.
Yeah. So you can find these things in the new and improved links that I have. The LinkBot links that are running. You can actually click on Angry Iguana 112. Along with Scott Fitzpatrick, other link to Propmaster 69, and there's an Andrew box. There's a giant link for Andrew, and there's a giant link box for all of Bobby Nick's links running throughout the chat. Popkey gets acknowledgement from Space Nerd. We're spelunking now. That's right. We're spelunking. All right. So let's show Tammy. We're down in Scott's hole, and this is called. Whoop! I told that. Crayola. Oh, and you can play. I like the song already, Scott. Wait a minute. Why did it? I'll go to the big screen version of that. That's what she said. Let me go back in your hole. Let me click on. Oh, there you go. Now I can make it bigger. That's what she said. And we're gonna watch Crayola with Tammy Hull.
Should have fucked her.
Should have what? Sounds like should have fucked me hard.
Have you seen my Crayolas?
Did she say shouldn't have fucked with her?
She shouldn't have fucked with her. This is what because she'll drive you crazy. She'll fuck with you until she drives you crazy. Is what she's saying.
Where did you get Crayola to pour down like that? How the fuck you got all these dripping letters and all these cool graphics, Scott? Scott didn't even know how to send a message 6 months, a year ago. He didn't know how to send a fucking message to each other. Now you're putting graphics in shit.
Should have fucked her.
First it sounded like he should have fucked me harder or something. Yeah. And yet Scott still won't rule her out. Even after this.
Got lots of peace.
Have you seen my Crayolas?
I do not want to see anything having to do with her Crayolas. I don't even know what they are, but I don't want to see them. Her true colors, if you will. You see my true colors, my Crayolas? Is that like some street hood term, Scott? My Crayolas?
Yeah, I guess, man. I don't know.
I see your true Crayolas shining through. All right. Well, this is one of her. We talk about her. Some people have made the comment that she has more self-awareness than Stuttering John because at least she knows what's kind of weird and funny and wacky and quirky about her, and she plays it up a little bit. This is actually from a Tammy Hull video. This is one of her produced song videos here.
Can you find me? I'm here. Behind you, look.
Oh my God.
Behind you. I'm behind you.
She had fucking moved each eye, Scott. And then she puts wrinkles in her head, and then she takes them out.
I just want to play a game with you.
Look, no wrinkles, no wrinkles, not many wrinkles. Oh,
don't you run away.
Wrinkles.
Please stay.
And then one eye at a time.
Stay with me.
If
you don't come play with me,
it slowly gets more evil.
We will kill you.
Jesus.
I'm glad you noticed how she takes the wrinkles out of her face because sometimes she looks like an 80-year-old woman, and then she
because she did it right there. She like had them out. She put them in, and then she lifted like one eyelid at a time, and then she's doing like this like nervous wink to her. JC, she doesn't. That's the ultimate because she doesn't need special effects, Bobby Nick, and yet it makes her 10 times creepier with the special effects. Like our friend Space Nerd says, she is creepy. Her face does strange things. Someone needs to set up a date between those two, Scott and Tammy. Good, Scott. Sorry.
Yeah,
fuck they could just let's get me unblocked first. If anybody goes in her chat, she's live all the time. If you just tell her to unblock me, please.
Yeah, we love, we kid, we play with love. A little slobber just dropped from Giant. Oh, But I know Scott has said that he missed that because Scott loves that stuff. He loves when just Andrew, like Jules, like, he's asleep and Jules on air like a fool. Well, there you go, Scott. All right, well, there we had 2 from Cyrax. We did 2 from Tammy. What do you say we smoke one and then climb our way out of the hole? And because we just got done low-cal tipping in Scott's hole. We like Tammy too.
Tammy makes Scott hard. Starts fights in his yard. Tammy lives in a truck. Scott's down to fuck. Low cal tipping. Low cal tipping. Low cal tipping.
That was low-cal tipping in Scott's hole. We'll do it again next time he's got some for us. We'll watch all the things that Scott likes in Scott's hole. I climbed out of the hole. There we go. There we go. I'll smoke one. Yes.
I think it's true. I think Ski Mask actually did pass away.
Are we really, shit. Bobby Nick? You getting reports, buddy?
Yeah, it looks like it's been confirmed by Teamster Tim.
Oh yeah, well he wouldn't play around like that. It just
fuck.
It seemed like just a matter of time. Like I said, almost after every podcast, someone would make the joke that yes,
like an alcohol seizure or something like that type of thing.
I don't know. There's no details. There's no details at all.
It's sad because
I've heard him talk about going. I guess when he'd be going on an airplane or something, he wasn't able to drink. He had seizures from it. He's one of them.
Yeah.
He had it that bad. Yeah. It's sad because you really watched him and you saw a manic, frantic personality. And, they're saying they're coming on here, more or less acting like they're doing it like a bit. But I think we all knew it was a little more than that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Dang Lizard's got information saying his dad found him on Father's Day. Stormy's asking with a question mark, he really died. Bobby Nick's got some sources that are kind of confirming it, saying that Teamster Tim is saying it, Stormy. And I think Teamster Tim is pretty reliable. I don't think he would fuck around about anything like that. But yeah.
No.
It's funny. He seemed to have a mild death wish in general. Rest in peace, Ski Mask. Yeah, there was a lot of pain and agony there, and he did what a lot of people did. He tried to drink his emotions and kind of things away, folks. But that's why I try to keep it positive and keep it 100 here, because there's enough in the world that's dragging you down, and we all have our own problems and our own baggage that we carry with us. So I'm just looking for a little relief valve for all of us. Wilders, I don't think I know Ski Mask. Yeah, well, he was a wild guy. He kind of always had the pink ski mask on, and that's kind of what they called it, collective and all about. What is fucking Jim saying? Is he saying anything on there? His partner? Or he hasn't been with him for a while.
No, I don't think Stancil.
I see Stancil on his channel sometimes, but he's always by himself. I ain't seen Ski Mask in a while.
Yeah, Ski Mask actually, he kind of just took off.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. The last time I was on BYB, Ski Mask was on there, and he was saying that he had cancer. He wasn't going to get treatment for it. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? It's like the treatment is what kills you. I'm like, well, yeah, that's a possibility, but just get the treatment, and there's a possibility. That's the only way you're going to live. So I don't know. I don't know, man.
This might help people that maybe you've seen this passing by on social media. You see literally a guy, he just always rocked this pink ski mask. And Bobby Nick, I thought it was the funniest, craziest thing when he finally started doing shows without his mask one day.
Yeah.
And you could finally see his, he got dude had a jawline, didn't he? Like he was wearing that thing for a reason, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He seemed to be.
He had that just blockhead, I don't know how else to describe it. But.
Matter of fact, in this preview right here, Ski Mask Collective 295, it's showing in the preview thumbnail video, it's showing him with and without it right in the video here, it looks like. Right there. So there you go. It's sad, but I got to remind people, we only get a short ride on this planet, man, and shit is real for a lot of people. So that's why we like to keep it light here on the Vibe, because a lot of people have demons and shit going on. So, he might have been a crazy guy. Rest in peace, those Ski Masks, and anybody going through it, man,
Remember BF? Whenever I guess Bobby Nick must have left No Filter to go do BYB, and you was kind of filling in or whatever. You was on with us, and me and you and whoever was with us watched Ski Mask cover the Stevie Lou boxing match.
Yeah, we did watch that. Yeah, he was all hype. Yeah, Scott, what are your other memories? I don't want to cut you off.
Because he had that that pink mask on and attitude and stuff, and he's in that gym, and you could tell I can't remember everything, but he's having problems. Some people looking at him and stuff, and didn't really. He wouldn't.
Yeah, I think he was saying like some of the regulars were like, "What the fuck's this guy doing here?" And he was trying to set up a phone and try to do a live and try to do it as a live stream. And there was a lot of back and forth about that. But yeah, that's a great reminder, Scott. Man, we've done so much shit already in this like 4 or 5 years that we've been hanging out together. It's all starting to be a blur at this point. But you're right, we did. They had that Stevie Lou match, and they were all hype about it. They were like, "I got to see this." That was the big thing for a while. That's a great pull. Awesome, Scott. Well, there you go. So like I said, let's have fun while we're here, folks, because you never know when our number's going to get called. So he really had pancreatic cancer, Bobby Nick, question. He mentioned it way back, but then said it's pancreatitis.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't follow up with him on it. So I don't know. I know at the time he obviously thought he had cancer. So I don't know.
Wow. Everybody's got their demons, I guess. Right here, let me see. I put that twice. Yeah, I did. Did that. What is this one right here? All right, let's play it. Oh, I got another one. Remember I had the mosh pits earlier? Well, I got the video of where those kids that were carrying around that guy in the toilet or whatever, the porta-john. This is some of their school video from when they were little kids in school. Let's watch this right now. Puppet mosh pit for little kids. I gotta go to this puppet show, Scott.
It's playing guitar too.
Yeah, the puppet's playing guitar.
Fuck.
Tell 2K he's got to step up his game. Got to get a saxophone or something. Raising them on Motorhead. I told you not to hire the American DJ. Muchas gracias. I told you not to hire the DJ for the quinceañera. That was cool. So that's where those mosh pit kids went to school back in the day. Mosh pit, mosh kids. All right. Why don't we? I don't think there's too many of them on there. We always got to check it anyway, no matter how many they're on there. It is Wednesday, the 18th. I say that for myself and Bobby Nick, who we all do nothing, but we kind of do a podcast or prep for one. We go to sleep and we wake up the next day and we do the next one. So we never quite know always what day it is. I'll remind you, today is Wednesday, June 18th, the middle of the day, the middle of the week. So why don't we check them and see what holidays or celebrations there are today with the National Day Hey Hey.
3, 2, 1.
That's right, folks. It's our check of that quirky calendar, the National Day calendar. This is the National Day Hey Hey. And it is like the middle, we're in the middle of June already, guys. Let's see the dates that we have to celebrate today. Today is National Wanna Get Away Day. I recognize that phrase from Southwest Airlines, who sponsored this National Wanna Get Away Day on June 18th. National Splurge Day. Spend on your damn self day. Let's see what that's about. And National Go Fishing Day, Mandy Diff. I don't think we have to twist Mandy's arm or have a national day to encourage her to go fishing there, Bobby Nick, right?
No.
I don't think we do, but it is her day. Or anybody that wants to fish, it's the National Day Hey Hey. Oh, shit. It's my dad's 80th birthday. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Papa Nerd and anybody celebrating a birthday this week. Happy birthday, Papa Nerd.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Mandy Diff says, hell yeah, it's National Fishing Day. Amber Alert 29 checks in. Would that be Swimmer Mom 29? I recognize 29 off of that. I need some money to splurge on a plane ticket to get the fuck away. You want to get away? You want to fly away? Yeah. Let me see. We got some money. You can splurge on a plane ticket to get away. Well, thanks for checking in, Amber. Well, we can't take you on a flight, but we can take you and have some fun here on The Vibe. Now, Mandy, I'm going to go into it right away since you're here, girl. It is National Fishing Day on the National Day, the National Day calendar. Let's read what you're going to do, Mandy. National Go Fishing Day on June 18th encourages us to drop a line in the nearest stream, pond, lake, or river. It's time to take a break from our daily routine, bait a hook, and catch some fish while enjoying the outdoors or your relaxing endeavor. The act of fishing has been around for thousands of years. In fact, archaeologists have found evidence of it dating back to the Upper Paleolithic period about 40,000 years ago. As part of human culture and survival, fishing has always been a consistent way to feed our families while enjoying a relaxing pastime. During the 16th and 17th centuries, recreational fishing began to gain popularity. In 1653, Isaac Walton published a book titled The Complete Angler, a contemplative man's recreation. Walton's book is definitive work championing the position of the angler who loves fishing just for the sake of it. Well, there you go, Mandy. And I've always been I'm kind of fascinated by that because, you know, like they said in the article, it is something that we kind of did for survival, Scott, but now it's like this pastime. There is something very therapeutic about just what I call drowning some worms, right?
Yeah, and I mean, some people just throw them back in. I get a secondary, it's something about providing for yourself. If you knew if the world come to an apocalypse happen that you would be able to survive, you know, you could feed yourself that day. Self-reliance gives you self-reliance feeling.
There is that. Now, I probably could catch a couple little sunfish to keep our family fed faster than I could shoot something there, Scott. I don't know, but yeah, I often think about that. Of course, he woke up out of nowhere.
Holy Christ. That scared the living shit out of me.
Me too, Bobby. Nick, I thought I hit a sound effect by mistake. I'm like, what did I do? Holy shit.
Andrew, wake up.
He keyed on the word. I said worms. He heard worms, drowning worms. And he's like, well, I'd like to drown my worm in something. Yeah, Scott, I love drowning some worms, man. There is something very therapeutic about it. I don't care if I catch a fish or not, Scott. I do love the act of like just standing at the edge of some water, throwing in a hook and just kind of standing there. And of course, there's going to be some smoke involved and just kind of looking around and just kind of doing this, just drowning the worm over and over again, or drowning some hot dogs or something, Scott.
Yep.
That's it.
Watching the ripples in the water.
Watching the ripples. If the heat index wasn't 98, I would be fishing. The fish will cook as you're bringing them up, says Mandy Diff. Cooking in that pot, fishing in that pot of water today. Me too, Amber. Amber's the color of your energy. Happy birthday, Pops from FJM. Yep, I was drummer mom, but back to my real name. Okay, good. I just want to keep up with things. Amber is the color of your energy. Articulate John checks in and says, "Can Bobby cast a line?" Are you talking about me or Bobby Nick? Bobby Nick, what is your take on drowning worms and buddy?
I don't have a take. I've never done it. I don't know what the fuck it even is. I don't fish. I don't do anything.
Really? Like not even as a kid, you didn't have a chance to like just throw a couple like little lines or something like that?
Never.
That's interesting. No. Well, there you go. Well, there's your answer, Articulate John. Thanks, FJM. He lives about a 6-hour drive from here, not feeling super hot, no party or fanfare, says Space Nerd. I'm thinking of the natives looking at the fancy tackle boxes we have nowadays. Yeah, and Mandy, you remember I had that fishing contraption, Scott, a couple months ago, where it was like a bunch of hooks all online. And they just sat the whole thing and then pulled it up with like chicken necks or whatever bait on it, and it just had a whole thing of fish right there. I thought that was pretty cool. There we go. Thanks, Amber from Space Nerd. Giving each other support and love in the chat. I throw a lot back, and I put fish in people's coolers on the pier. That's what Mandy does with her fish, guys.
Yeah.
She catches them so much, like, you get a fish. She like that sausage guy yesterday. You get a sausage. You get a fish. You get it everything. There you go. Mandy Div, I knew you'd be excited about National Fishing Day. For 8 years, I didn't smoke weed nor drink and fished like tomorrow, and then shit happened. There you go. I go catching rather than Tickler John. He go catching, not fishing. Right, that's interesting.
Catching a buzz. Big catch no fish, not a buzz.
But it's a more positive way of looking at what you're doing, Scott. Like, because fishing is the attempt of trying to get fish. He's saying, I go catching. He's saying, when I go, I gets them fish. He gets them fish. He goes catching. Surprisingly, that's the only second time I've heard that in the Dabble verse. Really? Really? Only the second time? Well, I'm glad I didn't become a broken record, if you will, Amber. Let's see. I have to get that for you now. Fishing like no tomorrow, says Mandy Diff checking in. Well, if you want to fish like it's no tomorrow, Mandy, today is National Fishing Day, and it won't be tomorrow. Let me check the next one I got on the National Day. Hey. Let's look at National Splurge Day. Yes, Andrew. Question from Andrew to the panel. Question. Why is it?
What is your favorite kind of fish to eat?
Well, if I asked you that, you would have said padussy, Andrew.
Red snapper.
Trouser trout. Trouser trout, Andrew. Favorite kind of fish? Let's see. I like the tuna variety, as you guys know, with cheese, plain with cheese whiz on bread, right? I eat tuna fish. As far as fish on the grill, one time I did go to a cookout and I had some mahi on the grill, and that was quite good on the grill like that. Right? See, mahi, snapper, grouper. Oh man, mahi, super, snapper, grouper, flounder. Oh no, do me, baby. Cobia, says Mandy. What's that?
We don't have those kind of fish around where I live. Where I live, it's bluegill, crappie, and catfish. Pretty much what you're going to eat.
All right. Yeah, right. Exactly. Those ones, the ones, right. You ain't going to catch them. You're going to get these from a store like mahi and all that stuff, snapper and all that. Well, there you go. Fried haddock, says our friend Articulate John, checking in with his favorite fish, National Go Fishing Day today. But I was going to do National Splurge Day, guys. Now, I guess everybody is different in this regard, and I imagine it probably has something to do with our personalities and maybe a little bit to do with our horoscope signs, kind of the way our energy dictates whether we should splurge on ourselves, because I'm a Virgo, and Virgos tend to be kind of like very careful and conservative, so I try often to not splurge on myself, but when I do, I try to do it right, Scott.
Right. Do research and stuff.
I'm more of like a guilty-driven guy and won't go, man, I can't do this, can't do that, can't splurge on myself. But maybe today is the day that I think about it, because it is National Splurge Day on the 18th. It encourages us to take a break, to break out the rainy day funds and spend a little bit of that shit. Whatever you decide to do today, celebrate you, damn it. That's a celebration, bitches. And do something that you may not usually take the time to do or the money to do. Splurging doesn't require wiping out your savings account, especially if it's only an occasional event. Of course, splurging comes in many forms. To some, it can mean saying yes to whipped cream on your latte or that bracelet that you have been eyeing. To others, it might mean booking the vacation that you've been dreaming about taking or replacing your clunker of a car. However you celebrate the day, savor the indulgence. Here's some ways that you can splurge today. You can visit your favorite restaurant. You can get a mani or a pedi. No. How about take an art or cooking class? Update your wardrobe at least a little bit. Take a damn nap. There you go. I'm down with that one. That's a cheap one. Get a massage or wash your damn car. I don't know. But splurge on yourself today. It's National Splurge. Treat yourself, fool. Treat yourself, says Articulate John. Catfish po' boy sounds amazing right now. We always make Space Nerd hungry. Shark steak, says our friend Mandy Diff. Treat yourself. All right. Mandy Diff says, I don't like eating freshwater fish. I can tell a difference, but if it's fried enough, tartar sauce, I'll eat anything. Pretty much, you'll eat that shit. Buy those shoes you wanted, says Articulate John. Typically, when I buy something for myself, it's always like something electronic or connected to kind of podcasting or what we're doing. So maybe today is the day you splurge on yourself today right here on the National Day calendar. How about National Want to Get Away Day? I think that some of the people, Drummer Mom, or now our friend Amber, with her new name, she touched on that. Some people just want to get away. Today might be your day. It's National Want to Get Away Day. With the summer travel season upon us, National Want to Get Away Day celebrates the freedom to get away on June 18th. Whether you plan a vacation day or take an impromptu vacation, celebrate today's National Day by taking steps to get away. Planning memorable trips and getting away brings out the adventurer in all of us. So you get the gist, folks. I think we got all those ones that were kind of, let's see, your podcasting shoes. What's up, Us the Chunkster? Checking in, man, and positive vibes continued to your family. Let's see, how you doing? My podcasting shoes. Sheephead are amazing. Tasting fish tastes like crab meat. You talking about sheephead or not those snakeheads that get up and walk out of the water, are you? We had the thing with those a couple years ago, Scott.
Yeah, like an invasive type of.
Yeah, you remember? They said they could walk, they could get on land and they walk. I'm like, damn. You know shit. That's when you think it's the end of days when you hear about walking fish and shit.
Yeah.
Juggalite Jen checks in on a Wednesday on the Vibe and says, when I first met Ski Mask, he called me Monsters Inc. R.I.P. Ski Mask. But you get
it was hilarious, Bobby's friend.
Yes, she gets all the best nicknames.
He looked over at her and he's like, what the fuck is that thing?
What the fuck is this Monsters Inc. sitting next to me? What the fuck is this? Holy shit. There you go.
Great.
Our friend Dang Lizard checks in from across the pond and says, Ski Mask passing has been confirmed based on Facebook postings by family members. So we are getting now this verified through multiple sources, Bobby Nick, through Teamster Tim and a few others, and now family sources that apparently this who we know as Ski Mask died. That's terrible, man. That's terrible.
You know, my number one Ski Mask memory though is when he was on BYB and he was just kind of tinkering around or something and kind of walks off the camera and walks back and he was completely naked.
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like fucking sawing something or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing, duct taping stuff.
Yeah,
And
he walked out of his fucking bedroom and he just, buck ass naked.
Yeah.
Everything's fucking hanging out.
I think there's people that come on here like to be outrageous and to do the craziest thing they can, and some people just come on much like he reminds me of Granny in that way. Like Granny doesn't come on to do anything on purpose. Granny just comes on and does things that he'd be doing if the camera wasn't on. And I think Ski Mask is probably pretty much the same in that category. Am I thinking?
That's what he was. It seemed like that day he was on some kind of autopilot, man. It was just something that was.
Hold up, guys. I think I'm realizing something. I think Andrew might have been asleep during the announcement. Yes, Andrew.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Is it confirmed?
Yeah.
Bobby Nick has been getting reports on his phone during the show, Andrew, that Teamster Tim, a popular podcast bro that we kind of know of, and now they're saying, Dang Laser said family members are confirming that it apparently Ski Mask has passed away, Andrew.
Yeah.
Pylon sucking sheephead on a clear day. You can see them around the pylons. They are barnacle and small crab eaters. Do you get grass shrimp on your pylons too? We used to go scrape the grass shrimp off of pylons in our area, Scott, and we'd use little grass shrimp. That'd be our bait.
What's a pylon?
The moorings or the pylons that the big round post pier is built on.
Okay.
Yeah, those things. You scrape them under the water, and these grass shrimp kind of grow on them or kind of live on there, and you can use them as bait. I bet Mandy Diff knows.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Ski Mask from Mandy Diff. I was wearing that blue color spaghetti striped tee. Rest in peace, Ski Mask. I think he was Jake, Bobby, Nick, and Ski Mask. I think it was. There is almost no Dabbleverse story that made me laugh as hard as when Ski Mask took off his mask and it was revealed that he had a Lego head. Bro, I could not stop staring at that. Did he do that on MLC or his show? Or I know he was on a show with Bob after he did it, but all I would do, Scott, was I would stare at just that box. I'm like, how did his fucking jaw like grow all boxed like that and shit?
I think Kevin Brennan's the one that got him to take it off.
That's my recollection too, Scott. I'm glad you. I'm glad you.
I had seen him without his mask on before.
Well, yeah.
But that's where everybody was like, "Whoa!" When he was on Kevin Brennan,
right? Because Bobby Nick, you do podcasts with everybody, and you see lots of people backstage in many on air conditions and on. I think you. I remember you telling me you were like, "Man, I saw Ski Mask the other day when I was mad. I couldn't believe it or something." Like, oh my god, let me see.
I'm not gonna lie, I checked in a few times to his sports show and comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and that's the whole thing, Andrew, because part of him, it seemed like he liked doing this stuff and he was into it. And then the other side of him seemed like he was just like kind of indifferent and just coming on air, just being whoever he was. I think I got some video of him when he used to get his face waxed, Bobby Nick. Look.
Oh my God.
So anyway, guys, my skin feels great. I'd recommend going at least 3 to 4 times a month.
Yeah, see, I think this is how it happened, Bob.
So anyway, guys, my skin feels great.
All right, he was just trying to get some of that hair off his face, and then he was terribly disfigured for the rest of his life and became Ski Mask. Steve checks in with another, my new friend Steve, a most generous and colorful $5 super chat. Ski Mask death can also be a little reminder to us to ease up on alcohol consumption a bit. Not a lot, just a bit. He was a severe alcoholic. You're right, Steve, bro. There's some people like Steve. I've heard many people say, Scott and Bobby Nick, that watching Stuttering John and his decline had made them like rethink their lives and drinking and all. Mm-hmm. So there is that whole counter effect or whatever, that psychological effect or whatever, right?
Especially doing these shows, and you can go back to say a year or two and see how a person's declined over just that year. Whenever you don't notice it when you see somebody day to day.
You're right, Steve. I'm glad you're coming in and picking up on the vibes, and I certainly appreciate your generosity, man. But yeah, it's like my grandmother would say, everything but in moderation, man. I think he went too hard in the paint with beer or whatever his imbibement was, whatever he liked. But yeah, got to moderate that shit. Thank you, Steve, for your generosity and your fun participation in the show today. I think it was on MLC. We all have the same recollection right here, Scott.
Yeah.
That's what I was, because we don't know for sure yet, Andrew, but we can certainly speculate that might be one of the top reasons. Bobby Nick said that he came on a show a couple months back saying that he had cancer, possibly pancreatic, and he wasn't going to get it treated no matter what it was. He wasn't going to get it treated. So it could be a combination of those things, Andrew. But Scott, I remember at the time that was the thing, because Bob was popping off, Kevin was popping off, and then Kevin was having like these CV Lou's on and having the ski mask on, and then everybody kind of wanted to know, like, we need to see like what's under that mask finally. I remember it being a big thing. And then when you did, you're like, oh my God, it's the horror that you thought it might be.
Yeah. Him, Mr. A, 2K, I'm always disappointed when I see the
That's another one. Mr. A, I eventually doing some shows with him and you and Bobby Nick. I eventually saw him backstage without his mask, and I'm like, okay, but it's different.
I saw a little bit too much of that guy.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm having thongs out, dongs out. That's what I'm saying about Bobby Nick and all you guys, is that you've done so many shows as well that you've seen people in their backstage condition. Yeah. Not always at their best or their most clothed, right there, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
He's another drunk kid in this universe.
Yep. And that's like, well, whatever. I mean, I'll call it out right now. When I saw Uncle Jack going the same way, Bobby Nick and Scott, I did reach out to him personally and said, bro, you got to slow your roll, Uncle Jack. And he's like, oh, bit. And I said, don't be living the bit. This ain't no bit. So whatever, because we do think these things. It's a cautionary tale, man, about not drinking too much. And, it's funny until it's not funny.
Yeah. You don't
Mandy
want
Diff says, yes.
You don't want to do get that Howard Stern, Arnie Lang type of thing. Everybody laughed, even though we could see him going downhill, but we still laughed.
That's a great pool there, Scott. Great comparison. We kind of all saw what was going on with Artie, but nobody actually really stopped him and took him off the path that he was on. Yep. Mandy Dip says, I haven't scraped for shrimp, but I know what you're talking about. But I have scraped for barnacles and dug sand fleas for them. Yeah, we would just take the grass shrimp right off the pylon there, Mandy Dip. Get your own bait. Whoop, whoop, Steve says Juggalette Jen. Thank you. Let's see. Think only way KB would have him on was when he agreed to take the mask off.
Yeah.
Amber checks in and says, at Fungi Brain has been sober for like 10 months because of Stuttering John. See? He is a cautionary tale. You see some of these people like a ski mask or somebody and you're like, man, but for the grace of God go I, and maybe I need to slow my roll or reconsider how I'm running my life or whatever, how I'm living my life. Mandy Div gets the Hoya from Peak Hunt. Mandy Div says, yep, drinking ain't worth it. I haven't drinked since I told everyone in the chat I was drunk off of beer. You haven't drank or drunk, none of it. Oh my God, He chose the sickness. the chickens chose him. Amber Hoya from Pecan. Electric Gino says the human-sized Lego head. He was like, I think he was like a Minecraft character, a real-life Minecraft character or something like that. Chocolate Jen gets the whoop whoop from Pecan as we talking about our friend that kind of passed away. I feel like total shit the next day, says Mandy Diff, and that's why some of us are herbalists here.
Uh-oh. Did we lose him? I guess we did.
Again.
God damn it. Is this fucking internet drunk? Jesus Christ. Well, it is what it is. I don't know. Doesn't look like he's coming back either.
Yeah.
Okay,
Andrew, you fell asleep in the first 5 chats, man. 5 chats in, you're just asleep.
Well, yeah, you know what I can say about Ski Mask is that he went hard in the paint a lot of the times, but I always liked what he did. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. He seemed like a good dude, and he's had his demons, right?
Cabana Boy might be doomed to face that. He's kind of goes hard in the paint, just like him.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Jerry's running down that path.
Jerry's another
one. Yeah.
They need to get their shit together, Andrew.
And it's gonna be another Bobby P situation real quick.
These guys really need to get their shit together.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's horrible. Stormy says Jerry is aware at least. Yeah. He is.
Yeah, but it's the guys that, because so was Ski Mask, so was Bobby P. It's the guys that's aware of it and the way they deal with it. That's the scary part, is when you're aware of it and they just lean into it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They just make it a part, you know, because we laugh at it though, so they just let, you know, I think we kind of encourage it, but what are you going to, I don't know.
I don't know either. That's the thing, you know. It's like, that's why I'm really proud of Granny. You know, I know he has had his back and forth, but he was able to quit for a while, and I think he's still sober now. You know,
when he came over that one time, and you guys went on movies.
Yeah.
He was a man and confessed.
Am I back? Can you hear me?
You're back, Bobby friend. You're back.
My power flicked off here. We got a passing rainstorm.
Oh, shit.
I apologize for that. Apologize for that. All right. I got things flickering and lights going off and shit. Everything going back to zero. All right. We're back on the vibe. We're having it. We're doing it. All right. Let's keep going here.
Anyway.
Yes.
When you guys were doing movies with 2K and you saw us jump off, we had
you and Granny.
conversation.
Yeah. That's good.
And, it's kind of hard to hear.
Yeah.
Ski Mask was one of the first ones to get Jen out of her comfort zone. Jerry is aware at least. Time for another hit. I was chilling on panel. All of a sudden I hear, who the fuck is this? Monsters, Inc. Fucking Monsters, Inc. over there. There's a possibility that he had pancreatic cancer for a while and he decided against treatment, and that's why he became such an unhinged drunk. Really? You think he like kind of went into overdrive after he kind of got the diagnosis? I imagine I might do the same thing, huh? It's hard to quit. 100%. Sorry for the loss, Jim. Stormy says that everyone had free will, but when you have people like Gino, that piece of shit, who make it look cool to drink on shows, drinking all day, these guys take it too literally sometimes. Yeah. And we're not even going to get into what that piece of shit said about Bobby P and all that. I don't know if we are getting storms today. We get pop-up storms near the coast. Yes, Mandy, that's exactly what's going on here. It got hella dark, and it's like raining like hell out there. Dang Lizard, I had a friend who managed to survive pancreatic cancer. It has a low survival rate. When it comes back, he unalived himself when it came back. Damn. See, there's, no matter what bad stories you hear, there's always somebody that's got it worse out there, folks. That's why we keep it positive. We keep it 100 here on the Vibe. So I know that everybody, now this is going to be the thing, Bobby Nick, because watch all these classy people that go out and shit on him.
Well, that's the thing now. That's
all of these Kevins and all these classy podcasts are going, what did you expect? Good riddance. He was a fucking alcoholic or what? You can fucking all of them, all Gino, all of them now. What did you expect? The guy came on with a fucking mask on. Blah, 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 blah. Watch, you're going to hear the piece of shit take. I know, actually, yeah. All these heavy drinkers try to hide their depression with constant alcohol. And a lot of us maybe have alcohol in our life or kind of know of that, and shit don't work. Shit don't work.
I don't.
All right. Well, let's keep it going here on the Vibe. We're sorry that we have to talk about the loss, but we're getting like kind of that live kind of breaking news about it. It's somebody that we kind of know of in this thing. And yes, I can only imagine, Bobby Nick, the hateful shit that's going to be being thrown around and being said.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear it. It was bad enough hearing about, Bobby P.
Right.
Back in the day.
From a guy that podcasts while drinking alcohol. Yeah, criticizing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
There you go.
And now getting real close to Granny is like
scary.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, Andrew. That's a good point, Andrew. I didn't really think about that because now Andrew is really committed a little more than us in that they're kind of Florida residents. They've actually met in person. So, yeah, Andrew. I can see where that would be a little more, you don't want that to happen for somebody that you kind of know and is a regional bro. All right. Well, why don't we do
kind of love, like, that man has done a lot for me, actually.
All right. Well, Granny's a bro, and look, he much the same with Granny. I've told Granny on the air before, and I know Bob Levy has, and many of us have said, "Hey, Granny, you're a cool dude, man. Slow your roll and hope you kind of figure things out or whatever in moderation." We don't expect anybody to be perfect around here because none of us are perfect. We all have our vices and we all have our faults, but when we kind of got to look out for one another when we see somebody struggling like that. Oh, that's tough. My friend passed away at 53 or 54 from that pancreatic cancer, leaving 2 children. God bless those 2 kids. They're both paramedics. Whoa. And the girl, and she didn't get it from drinking. There you go. Wow, Mandy Diff. All right. Well, why don't we do this a little bit? Because it's 2:26 where we're at on the East Coast of the United States, at least me and Andrew over here. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do our Wednesday Soulful Horoscope readings, guys.
Good.
After this message from Andrew.
For everyone that has been lost. So everyone that's able to do it, let's take a dab for Noel and everybody else.
Exactly what he said, Scott, right?
Yeah.
He's like, Scott's trying not to laugh. Scott, he's like, he's doing his best not to laugh. Come on, Andy.
1, 2, 3, 4. Doom tech, tech, doom tech, doom tech, tech, doom tech.
All right, Andrew and Scott and Bobby Nick, why don't we do what we do when we're on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays? It's Wednesday. We already did it on Monday. It's the middle of the week, so it's wet. It's raining outside my house. I don't know what the stars or the weather or anything has in mind for me, so I'm going to make my way over to my horoscope reading studios. I'm going to caress my crystal balls ever so gently. You're going to throw your signs in the chat, and we are going to do your Wednesday Soulful Horoscope readings. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BS Soulful Horoscope Reading. That's right, folks. I'm over here now. I got my crystal balls exposed. You're going to throw your signs in the chat. I'm going to play the porn/horoscope reading music to set a proper mood here. And we're going to do the Wednesday Soulful Horoscope readings, and because of the talented Gris Popke, we have alternative names or alternative tracks for everything. We also call this Rock You Like a Horoscope. We're gonna rock your horoscopes. Let's get into them. This is the Wednesday Soulful Horoscope readings, Rock You Like a Horoscope. Let's see what the stars have in mind for us as I go to the first one I see in the chat. And it's Juggalette Jen, and she wants Cancer. This is for Juggalette Jen, Bobby Nick World Order. This is for Scott Fitzpatrick, Brian Clauder, and all the Cancers joining us today. This is your Wednesday Soulful Horoscope reading, Cancer. Cancer, ideas may flow easily, but acting on them might be a challenge. Your vivid imagination may feel overwhelming, so be ready to capture your thoughts. Success requires staying organized and honoring your commitments. That's for Cancer. That's for Juggalette Jen, Scott Fitzpatrick, and all the Cancers joining us today. Mate, let's see, we're going for the next one. We're looking for the next one. Mandy Double Diff always checks in. Why is she a double differ? Because she's on the cusp. So she could be one or the other. So I read both for Mandy Double Diff. Can you not hear my porn/horoscope music? I can't hear it.
No.
Because I didn't play it, Bobby Nick. We got the bound chicken, we got the proper mood going on. As I go to Aries and Libra. This is for the first of two for Mandy Diff and all the Aries joining us today. This is your Soulful Horoscope reading, Aries. You may be spreading yourself too thin, Aries. Be mindful of spending too much time and energy helping others achieve their goals. Be sure you are not abandoning your damn self. Focusing more on your own projects could give you better base to help other people. Right? You got it right. Exactly right. If you want to be strong and have a strong foundation to help other people, you got to look out for yourself sometime. And it's also the day to splurge on yourself day. So why don't you do that? That's for Aries. That's for Mandy Double Diff and all the Aries joining us today. And now I move on to Libra. This is the second of two for my friend on the cusp. Mandy Double Diff, she is a Libra. This is for all the Libras joining us today. Make money or improvements without expecting to receive immediate recognition. Have faith in others, but never turn a blind eye if something feels off, or if you see red or yellow flags. Always read the fine print on binding contracts. That's Libra. That's the second of two for Mandy Double Diff on a Wednesday. Juggalette Jen extends congratulations to the new and eternal NXT champion, Scott Fitzpatrick.
Thanks. I want to check out on you for a second here. It's storming. I got to get in.
All right, Scott. We'll make your way in the house. We don't want you to get rained on, Scott.
What the hell? I got a storm coming here, too.
Wow, we got a storm. Wow, and doxing you only by location, you're kind of in the northwestern part of Canada, right? The western part of Canada. We're over here on the east coast of the United States, but we're all experiencing like a similar kind of weather thing right here on the Vibe. Let's continue on here. Let's see, I'll put Scott backstage while he makes his move. And I'll go on to Amber. This is for Amber, and this is for all the Aquarii joining us today. Like Josh in Tennessee, if he's in the chat, or anybody else. This is your... I will read Aquarius for our friend Amber and all the Aquarius joining us today. You might believe that your limitless potential extends to buying anything. Yet true wealth could lie in what you can choose not to buy. Consider that true commitment and serenity comes from wanting just the things that you already have. Aquarius. Amber, that was your... I like that. It kind of like slow your roll, and you might not need to buy the next thing. Maybe just consider how wealthy you are already and what you have. That's for my Aquarius friend Amber and all the Aquarius joining us today. Sorry, Amber. Sorry for your loss. Well, Mandy Diff as well, Mandy Diff. I love that you guys are consoling each other. Amber says, Rock You Like a Hurricane was originally called F You Like a Hurricane. In Germany, it was okay. But in the US, the US record companies made the Scorpions change it for the airplay. Bobby Nick, my musical consultant. You familiar with that story?
I am familiar with that story, yeah.
I can't say that I was I knew that. It makes sense.
I don't know if there is a version out there though that says "fuck you like a hurricane."
We'll have to look in those German imports, but that's a more you know from our friend Amber checking in today on the Vibe. She says that that's what it was called. Thank you, Amber, for your additional information. I'm going to explore that further. Mandy Diff is throwing out the puffs and the hearts out there. Nightbots are running Andrew the Giant's apps for all his stuff right there. There's the Shawnee Zone from the Howard Stern Show. Go ahead and sign up for his page. Never
Johnny's
turn
back, huh?
a brown eye. What?
Johnny's got a new fucking...
Yeah, Bobby Nick, I didn't realize that you weren't here yesterday. Shawnee contacted me over the weekend and said, hey, BF, I finally did it. Got his YouTube going, figured his way out to navigate a StreamYard, and he did his first show, Bobby Nick. You can find it by clicking on that link right there in my chat. Go over there and subscribe. He had like 2 subscribers when he started, like the other day, so he must have told me like right when he set it up. So shout out to my boy. You remember who it is. I got to do the Shawnee Zone on the Shuli Network with him.
It's Shawnee.
I know it's Shawnee. It's not High Register Sean. I get it. All right, let's see. Never turn a brown eye, said our friend Articulate John. Congratulations to Scott. He'd like totally dipped out. We'll see if he comes back. It's the heat, not the humidity, says Mandy Diff checking in. Yeah, causing up these storms. So it should have said, keep your money, you broke ass B. you broke B. Keep your money. Thank you as well, Juggalette Jen. She subbed over there to Shawnee Zone. My horoscope said, I must continue to honor my commitments. Well, that's easy, says Juggalette Jen. As we continue on, Bobby Nick, I don't see any more signs in the chat. While I await more signs in the chat, I'm going to go on the Pisces for Andrew. This is for Andrew and all the Pisces joining us today. This is your Wednesday soulful horoscope reading, or what else we're calling as soon as I find it. Andrew. This is Pisces for my bro Andrew and all the Pisces joining us today. See yourself honestly, but don't be punitive. Some things may be better than they seem, while others need minor adjustments. Don't let your fleeting doubts or worries take over your mind about 10 subscribers at a time. Stop resisting the flow of events that are happening and wait, Andrew, for the silver lining of the cloud that you're currently in, buddy. That's for Andrew. That's for my Pisces friends. Doesn't that hit home?
Oh, man. Bobby, friend.
That hits.
Whoa.
That hits. I'm telling you.
That is amazing.
Don't sweat the petty stuff. Pet the sweaty stuff, Andrew. That's the more you know just from me, from BF Live right here. As we continue on with the Soulful Horoscope readings for Wednesday, I did a Pisces. Let's move on to Bobby Nick. He's a Sagittarius. How about our Sagittarius friends? We like to call it Vagittarius here because we like vagina and it's just funnier. So this is for Bobby Nick and all of our Sagittarius/Vagittarius friends joining us today. Caresses the balls. Sagittarius, work to stay calm and centered. Any slights are not personal. There is power in being patient and standing strong, even when your ideas face opposition. Consider shifting your focus for a while if you are in need of support. There you go. That's for Bobby Nick and all the Sagittarius/Vagittarius joining us today. That was your... Oh my God. All right, let's continue.
I get to shift focus on the music today for a little while, so that's one good thing.
You mean when you go over to the lounge later?
That's right.
That's right, because immediately following this show, coming up at approximately 3 or so, I'm not going to try not to go too hard in the overvibe because I know you have a show to do, Bobby Nick. Immediately following this show, click on the Bobby Nick links, Rumble, YouTube, YouTube 1978, Bobby Nick. Yes, Andrew.
Guess what?
Butt. Chicken butt.
I was going to say it too, Bob. Yeah.
Your Baltimore Ravens signed Jair Alexander.
Okay, there you go. So Andrew's excited about that. Jair Alexander was a Pro Bowl defensive cornerback, a defender. We signed him to a 1-year deal, huh, Andrew?
Did you hear about that?
I passed by it cause I was doing a show, so I just let it go, Andrew. But I did see it come up on one of my social media things. This is why we call Andrew the human sports ticker, folks, because when you're doing a show, spontaneous sports facts just spew out of him. It's Andrew the human sports ticker, letting us know that my Baltimore Ravens have signed cornerback defender Jair Alexander to a 1-year deal.
I think you got the best quarterback in the NFL.
All right, well, I appreciate that, Andrew. We're going to look forward to that in the coming football season, buddy. But let's continue on with this chat. Family check. Yes.
You might go to the Super Bowl because of him.
Bro, don't even get me started with this because Lamar is like the most successful quarterback. They ain't never been to a Super Bowl. No, we're not going there today. Let's go. I want to go to this, though, buddy, because I saw some pretty colors come up just now from our new generous friend. I wish I knew who it was, but it doesn't really matter because you're $5 again from Stevie B, helping me beat the hell out of Whack a Goal Wednesday. Thank you, my newest friend, Stevie B, for hooking me up with these great super chats. And Stevie B has an unfortunate message, says, I'm dying of liver failure, cirrhosis, needs a transplant, ASAP. That means as soon as possible. I drank heavily in my youth and didn't stop early enough. Rest in peace, Ski Mask. Well, I hope that you're on a list, Steve B, and I hope that you get a transplant really soon, man, buddy, because that's rough, man. Drank early, liver failure and all. Bro, I appreciate your comments, and I appreciate your participation and your super chats. Thank you, Steve B. Sorry to hear that. Who was Ski Mask's favorite band? Does anybody know that, Bobby Nick? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Juggalo Jan, the pills make me all weird and wanting to donate. I want you to donate because you're enjoying what you're saying. Oh, I'm under the influence of drugs and coke. I did that under the influence of drugs. I want you to do it on a free will there. Thank you, Steve B, man. I hope you get some recovery soon. His favorite type of music. Jen's she wants to know random catch-up questions about Ski Mask, Bobby Nick. I don't know if he's the official authority on everything Ski Mask.
I don't know. I never really. We never talked about music.
Wow. Well, bro, Steve B has come in. He's come in being a new member. He's gifting memberships. He's giving super chats. He's gifting memberships again, and we're whacking the hell out of a goal on this Whack a Goal Wednesday. And I'll let you know that Trigger My caught that. Yes. Oh. Trigger is going to be so happy to catch a BF Live membership. Thank you for being part of the family and making this family bigger, Steve B. Andrew, whip the horse, buddy. Lynn missed you. She missed you whip the horse earlier. I heard her asking in the chat. That must be one of her favorite parts. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Andrew, whip the horse. Thank you, Lynn. Some of us are still young enough to stop, thankfully, says Juggalette Jen. What up, Lynn from Juggalette Jen? Widow Killer checks in and says, looks like Hulk Hogan is the latest target of a death hoax, so Perry's going to announce that he's dead tonight. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to go over there and do any Perry talk, but maybe after the horoscope, I'll go see what's going on over there, Bob, because after that stream ended at approximately 5 a.m. East Coast time in such of like a horrific fashion and all, I don't really know the status of anything going over there on Perry Caravella Live. I think it's supposed to be Bob and Perry Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Yes. Steve B says, Bobby, you have to be 6 months sober to get on the list. So far, I'm 5 months sober, but I'm already hooked up. That's great, Steve. I know I'm right, but people, when they know that you have a history, I don't think you go to the top of the list, buddy. But I have heard of situations where people that were like significant drinkers can end up possibly finding one. So I hope that is the result for you, Steve. Thanks for letting us know your business, buddy. And thanks for coming in and trying to catch some positive vibes. And you certainly gave out a lot of them today. Thank you, man. Whoa. Amber says $2. Dealing with vile trolls lately. Love the vibe here. Thank you, Amber. It's part of the reason that I want to do a different kind of show, because I see that kind of stuff and all just the unnecessary hatefulness that goes on. Like, you notice that you get piled on with love here in my chat, and I'm so happy and proud of that, man. I love that when somebody like Steve comes in and they go, hey Steve, not who are you and why are you the fuck here? So Amber, thank you for picking up what we're putting down and you being part of the positive vibes and your $2 super chat on this Wackago Wednesday. Thank you. I'm determined that we don't have to be all negative like the rest of the world is. I'm just pig-headed enough to try to be positive while we're around here. All right. Well, I didn't do Virgo yet. I haven't seen anyone come in, any other things come into the chat, any signs. So while I'm reading Virgo for myself, you can let me know if I did your sign or not. I'm going to read Virgo. This is my very personal, and for any other Virgos joining us today, it can be for you too. Virgo, that's me. If tensions rise, don't dodge the minor disputes, as they can highlight the critical issues that actually need resolving for some long-term progress. Opportunities to advance may be hidden in some setbacks that you have. So stay open-minded and understanding, and watch, like Andrew, for the silver lining. Hi-yo! Thank you. Awesome. There you go. That was my Thank you, Steve B, for acknowledging the great vibes, man. This is what I want to build. This is the show I'm building. You're tweeted out in case you go into overvibe. Well, I'm not going to go into overvibe on purpose, only if we're having fun with the last bit, because I want to get out of here in a timely manner so my friend Bobby Nick can go over in the lounge. Anybody, especially our new friends that are joining us today, like Steve B and some others, make sure you check out Bobby Nick. He does a music show. For $1, he'll play your favorite songs over there on Rumble. He starts out on both on YouTube and Rumble. Then it becomes Rumble exclusive, and it's a music party. Click on the Bobby Nick links when his box goes by in this chat. And he's going to tell you about it at the end of this show today. Thank you, Juggalette Jen. BN, what does that mean, Juggalette Jen? Bobby Nick World Order. That's what BNWO means, because our friend Jake Hudson used to say everything was Jake Hudson World Order. It's Bobby Nick World Order. Thank you, Jesus, for Bobby Nick Show 2. When Bobby Fran goes past 3, it's called Over Vibe. Oh, yeah. Hogan's recovering from surgery, so I'm guessing that's why there's a death hoax, brother, about Hulk Hogan. I also did that story earlier. Yes.
I guess Bubba the Love Sponge today said that he's got it on good authority that Hogan might not make it through.
Ooh.
You know, but I guess it's bullshit.
Okay, well,
that's what like TMZ is reporting, that it's bullshit. Hogan's already up and walking around. He's doing okay.
Bubba's got wishful thinking going on, doesn't he? Right?
Yeah,
because them two had like a falling out or whatever. But don't go anywhere yet, people. I see a couple people slipping out of here. We're just going to finish up these horoscope segment right here. Steve B has a question for you before I finish up the segment, Bobby Nick. Can I pay for a song while he's doing the YouTube portion of his stream, Bobby Nick's stream, Bob?
You sure can. I've done it before for a lot of people, so yeah, that's not a problem.
There you go. Pick up on those links, and Bobby Nick's going to be on his Rumble channel immediately following this show. We'll plug it, and we'll let you know right where to go there, Steve. All right, folks. Well, I see some of you peeling off, so I don't want you all to go away. I'm going to wrap up. That was this week's Wednesday Soulful Horoscope Readings. I just rock you like a horoscope. Let's get on with more of the show. Like a horoscope.
Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Reading.
All right, folks. 13 more minutes will mean that we've completed 3 hours of live, hopefully original and fun programming right here on The Vibe with BF and Andrew up here. And Scott never made it back there, Bobby Nick. I guess between the weather and by the time he goes set up, I'll probably be done with the show, buddy. I see you're kind of muted. Bobby Nick's got some stuff going on over there. Did you cover Perry today? No, but why don't we do that real quick, Jen, to wrap up this show? Why don't I go over to Twitter X and let's do a little bit of that right now. I like that suggestion because I want to find out what happened after that amazing kind of crash and burn ending of what happened on Perry Caravello Live the other night. So let's do it to wrap up this show. Don't go anywhere yet, folks. I got one more segment for you. We're going to come back and do plugs after we do a little Perry talk. That's right. This is a segment we call Perry Talk because we like to talk about some of our favorite other podcasters, like we fall down in Scott's hole. And we talked about Cyrax and Tammy and stuff. Well, there's many of us that also enjoy Perry Caravello Live, so we do a little Perry Talk. And yes, for people that watched the other night, Monday Night PCL went to 5 a.m. East. It ended in a spectacular fashion, in a horrific fashion. I got to tune in tonight. I think that Bob and Perry's going to be on tonight. But there's a picture of him when he had to wear the gay boa the other day. And there was the media shared. I think they had a new one up here. Oh, and there was the full moon from the other night we showed.
Oh my God!
All right,
that's the first time I've seen it.
Oh, you weren't here yesterday. I forgot about that. Right? Yeah. So you weren't here. What happened? Yeah. Bob, 5 a.m. it ended. A super chat or something came in and set Perry off like it tends to do, right? And so once again, that's it. I'm done. I'm pulling the power. I'm threatening. Well, he got up and did it, dude. He like killed everything. And so Tom went, oh shit. This was like 2:30 East time. And he went, oh shit, he actually did it, folks, right? So then Tom B was like, I can't let him win like this. And Tom wanted to go to sleep so bad. He said he had to be up early the next day. So then slowly he notices another camera goes down. And he's like, oh fuck. He like went for the other cameras, like the Ring cameras and shit. Then some of the other cameras started coming back on, and then he was walking around in his towel. He eventually got him back on like just before 4 a.m. East when I pulled my earbud out and said, you put some shorts on and you come back and apologize to these people for leaving the stream like that. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. But yeah, and so that's what happened. In the process of that, he fucking flashed in the moon the other night. All right.
Oh my God, that's crazy. But
as you know, look, he got a $300 super chat the other day, and then he gets this very generous one from Mean Gene in Florida. And then this is his comment about that after reading Mean Gene in Florida.
We have some of the top facilities here, right here in Florida. I will never enter your fucking flatland, fucking human, poison, disgusting, despicable state. Fuck you! God damn it! Get my ass!
Damn.
Is it?
Shit!
But thank you for the $50, Mean Gene. That's not, on behalf of Perry. That was dope.
Thank you. We have the top facility.
Bro, the way he changes gears like that. The way he changes gears like that and just goes, yeah, thanks. Anyway, yeah, thanks. I'm starting to think he's showing his ass to other men is a fetish for Perry. I think you're right, too, because, yeah, he's like,
shut the fuck up.
I tend to agree with him, man. You seem like you came a little too quick and a little too easy for you. Yeah, no idea. Ski Mask was sick. Wait a minute, you're on that. We talked about that an hour ago. We back on Ski Mask. Oh, we up on that again? Oh, Sheila. Perry emojis are being utilized by Mandy Diff. We're talking about Perry now, Juggle Jen. You reminded me. Well, damn, Perry does not like the Florida LOL. The Florida Flatlands. Perry is on 7 o'clock East. Yes, Space Nerd confirms for me in the chat. They were very slow and they don't always put up in advance like all day long to know how long when their show is coming on. They're very last minute about that, I've noticed. But let's see. Is this an older one? Oh, doctors recommend, here, let's read this one. Doctors recommend 11 hours of sleep per night when you have only one thing to do the next day, Bobby Nick. So yeah, this ended up being an extended show, obviously ending at 5 a.m. East. And so, all Tom talks about, Perry's, you would think he's the busiest man on the earth if you listen to Perry, but he really doesn't do nothing but like goes out, he eats and runs some errands, and he comes back home and he podcasts. And he was worried about not getting enough sleep. And then he made this comment the other night about the amount of sleep that he was going to need.
Because it's 1:30 in the fucking morning.
Regardless what time it is. This is the thing that makes you
in the motherfucking morning. I gotta be up in 11 hours.
Careful.
You fucking asshole. Because it's
11 hours, Bobby Nick. He's worried about 11 hours not being enough sleep.
Wow.
11. Wow.
1:30 in the
Wow, 11 hours. So yeah, who yells about you say I gotta be up in 3 hours or 5 hours. Nobody yells I gotta be up in 11 hours.
No, regardless what time it is. This is the thing that makes you
in the motherfucking morning. I gotta be up in 11 hours.
Careful.
You fucking asshole. Because it's 1:30 in the fucking morning.
Regardless what time it is. This is the thing that makes you
1:30 in the motherfucking
1:30 in the morning. So yeah, that was 2, 3, 3, 4. Yeah, that would have been 4:30 my time, bro. So that was 4:30 East, bro. And you're like an hour off of me, so that would have been like 3:30 for you. There you go. And there it is. They had to put it back up because I know Tom had to do some work on it. It is the Meltdown stream, now available both on Patreon and on YouTube for their members. And there it is. Tonight, it goes down. 4 Pacific, 7 o'clock East, Bob. And you know this is going to be really good tonight because Bob, knowing this, he's going to really like put the extra shame on him. Like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like, why did you, you melted down on my show and can't you keep it together and do, let's see, at 7th hour and 44 minutes. Let's see. Amber, you going to watch PCL tonight? Ask the Space Nerd. Space Nerd's going to be in the chat, hanging out, having fun, seeing what Perry's up to. Yes, and it'll be extra sweet tonight to watch Bob and Perry. Like I said, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock East. And yes, maybe some of you know that Bob did a 2 o'clock show today. And here's the cake part, Bobby Nick. So yesterday I was telling people, or the other day I did this, that one of his penalties or punishments was that when he said he was going to threaten to quit the show or get out of line or something, he had to put some cake in his pockets every time. So here it is. You can imagine how that ended.
Every last bit of it.
Or when he did excessive burping because he burps on purpose.
Dart out.
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
Darting, quitting, or excessive burpness.
Don't go walking away. No. Over here. If you walk away, I'll add time. Right, Perry, right here. No washing of the hands. Right here. I'm adding an hour.
I'll be coming right, clean up.
No, you'll be coming right now, or I'll add another hour to the stream. You got 5 seconds. 5 seconds. You got 5 seconds. Yeah, plug it in right now, you defiant little bitch.
Fuck you! Piece of horse shit!
Leave that alone, you baboon.
Fuck you!
No, plug that in right now. Plug it in right now, you maniac. Right now. And then you're going
Throw
to
a cake on him, Bob. In his pockets. Look at that piss stain in a chair. Bobby Nick, do you see that?
Oh, no!
That is a gigantic piss stain because he's a grown-ass man that sits here and streams and he goes, wait a minute. I just peed. And it can't even stay in the diaper, Bob.
You fucking animal!
And he's calling Tom B an animal.
Quiet, you baboon.
Whack off!
No. Tell me again. You be quiet.
I'm not coming back!
Quiet.
That shit fucking sucks!
You get that hat on right now, you animal. Right now.
Fucking asshole!
Right now.
Got this gay sea in the Sunshine Band outfit on there. I said, Bob, he looks like the Captain and Tennille. He looks like both of them.
Right,
He better not be both of them. Amber says, Space Nerd, I got to grab some food before Blunder in 5 minutes. Have a good day to everyone. Thank you, Amber, for your energy, your positivity. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the Blunder and all that stuff that you're going to do after today. Thanks, Amber, for letting us know what's up today. Untrackable says, what the fuck? LOL. Welcome to Untrackable. Welcome to The Vibe. I see you're checking in on BF Live The Vibe. We're currently doing my little segment called Perry Talk, where we check in on this guy that we like, this streamer that we like. You might be aware of Perry Caravello, yeah. So he had to stuff his pockets with cake as a penalty for whenever he kind of like threatened to quit the stream or darted away or burped, the excessive burping. Untrackable checking in as we're winding down this episode of The Vibe. Mandy Diff says, Pecan, are you here? I sent you a funny pic. I hope that you can use it. Maybe it's her wrestling pic. All right, guys, well, we're at the top of the feed. I'll be in the chat with you guys later on tonight at 4 Pacific, 7 o'clock East. That was just our little check-in in the middle of the day. That was just a little Perry Talk.
Talk. Perry Talk. Perry Talk. Talk. Perry Talk.
talk. Perry talk. Perry talk.
That's right, folks. That was Perry Talk.
Oh my Lord.
Whoa, we haven't had it in a while, folks, but don't go anywhere yet. I was about to end the show, but we got Breaking Poos.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Also, compliments of Chris Popke. For those of you who don't know what this is, Bobby Nick is, and we all are very close friends with Wendy Pack from the Howard Stern Show days, but Bobby Nick is particularly close to her. So close that for whatever reason, Wendy decided to send Bobby Nick her daily constitutional poop pic, but we can't show it, but Bobby Nick describes it in Breaking Poos. Go ahead, Bob.
This one's insane. I think Wendy pissed on her shit, and like some of it's like running down into the toilet. You know,
she got like different textures going on.
Yeah, but yeah, like most of it didn't even make it into the water, though. You know, so like I think when she peed, it ran down. You could see a brown stream running into the water. It's actually pretty amazing. The poop is very dark, and I mean, it looks like soft serve quite a bit, you know. So yeah.
Well, there you go, folks. For better or for worse, we never asked for it. Bobby never asked for it, but we covered it because we make everything a segment here on The Vibe. That was Breaking Poos.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
And there you go. That's how we do it here on The Vibe, folks. 3 hours of fun and positive vibes. At 2:59, we're pulling this train in the station right on time, but we're about to jump on another train. And Bobby Nick's going to tell you about it right after I take you to Andrew, who takes it whatever plate or bowl away from his face, and he's going to say his last comments, and he's going to tell you some plugs and some last words he would like to say. Andrew.
Follow Andrew the Giant 96, please, on YouTube. Try to get to 40,000.
And my boy's going backwards, but please make sure that you are subscribed over there on Andrew the Giant 96 and also on No Filter with Andrew and Friends, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And for more details about what's coming up right after BF Live The Vibe and other places you can find Bobby Nick and Andrew, I'm going to turn you over to Bobby Nick now. Get your pen, get your pad and paper, because Bobby Nick's got a list of them for you. He's going to start right now.
Yeah, well, after this, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, you can check me out in the lounge. Fuck yeah. I do a music video request show, guys. And for the low, low price of $1, you can see your music video request on my show. So let's get to it right away here, guys. Rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show. Or just search up The Bobby Nick Show on Rumble.com. Or utilize the links in the chat here. There are those as well. And then tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, at Bobby Nick 1978 on YouTube. Go give me a sub because we got a boner show. Yes, members only Lunatic Lounge coming up. So yeah, and then after that, around 11:15, maybe 11:30, I will have Late Night with Bobby Nick as well. And then yeah, don't forget to check out No Filter with Andrew and Friends tomorrow. On YouTube at 7 p.m. Eastern.
There'll be Late Night with Bobby Nick. And if I know my friend Bobby Nick, there'll probably be a late night after Late Night with Bobby Nick. So whenever you guys are awake, if you're awake, get on the computer, click on YouTube, and Bobby Nick will be there for you doing some type of fun show. But the fun show you need to concentrate on right now, folks, is right here running in these links. It's in the lounge, like Bobby Nick said, and I'll hype it up for him one more time. I want to make sure everybody goes over there. Yeah, because it's a fun show. It's $1 per song. It's a bargain, as we always say. And it's a lot of fun because you get to hear about other people's like musical style and taste. And it helps you get to know the people like a little more like, okay, I didn't really know that they were kind of in that lane and things you have in common. And they'll just turn you on to some stuff that you never heard of before as well. So please do that. That's immediately following this show right here. And I am stretching and stalling a little bit, Bob, in it because I was trying to quickly do a redirect for you. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to do that on the fly in the community, right? It's been a minute. Content. Somewhere how to do that. Oh yeah, my live. You have to click on the live. Let's see. And I go over here into the customization it was. Yes, here's the redirect right here. I'm going to do it right now. Where's that? Redirect. I'm going to add Bobby Nick right now. So as soon as this show ends right now, is it called In the Lounge? Let me see how it comes up, Bobby Nick. Oh, here we go. You got it posted already, right, buddy?
Yeah.
On YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
In the... I don't know how to here in the lounge. Let me see. Oh, there it is right there. I clicked on it. I hit save. And there you go, folks. So some of you people that don't have a minute or can't find the links, yes, Pecan, we're kind of technically in Overvibe, but just doing some plugs, my friend. So there you go. So for anybody that's in the chat currently right now, if you want to hang out and you're not sure quite how to get there, when this stream ends, this whole chat will be redirected right over to the Bobby Nick YouTube feed right after this show. So there you go, folks. As far as myself, I'm going to be hanging out in the Perry Caravel Live Bob chat tonight at 4 o'clock East. 7 Pacific. I'm going to see all of you guys there, all the PCL friends, and we're going to rag on Perry and find out what the hell happened, why it happened, and get down to the bottom of it all. So there you go, folks. 3 hours of fun, but the fun's not done. Click on the links or hang out in the chat and go hang out with Bobby Nick in the lounge or Andrew the Giant. So for Andrew the Giant, for Bobby Nick, who'll be heading over to the lounge immediately following the show, my friend Scott Fitzpatrick, Steve, and all of our new friends joining us today. Please, every day, spread the word about positive vibes. This is BF Live The Vibe, stream show 327 for Wednesday, folks. It's not bye. It's just bye for now. We're going to say peace and love, and we'll see you the next time we see you right here on The Vibe, folks. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Peace and love.
Bye-bye.
Say bye, Andrew.
Bye. That's enough internet for me today. I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.
One, 2, 3, 4. Doom tech, tech, doom tech, doom tech, tech, doom tech.